Okay, I think we're in our part 2 now, right? Hello, guys. Okay. Yep, okay, you guys hear me. Definitely okay. Okay, so I think everything should be running a lot better now. I'm definitely not lagging as much. Like, the browser's reloading a lot quicker and stuff when I decided to go and restart the computer. Sorry, it took me about like a good 10 or so minutes, but I had to go and empty out the dishwasher. I also had to just wanted to take a little break in general, just because oh man, I was doing a lot of talking in this stream, not gonna lie. I just need like a nice little rest on the couch and stuff, but yeah, we're back here. If you also like that part 2, that'd be very appreciated. I really apologize about all the lag in part 1, but hopefully we should not have a lot of lag in here. Apparently my dad told me that this computer is 10 years old, and that kind of tells me that I can understand why it's not lagging. But we left off with the suggestion of West Coast Racers. I forget who the YouTube channel name suggested it, but yeah, we're gonna be starting off with West Coast Racers, and yeah, hopefully maybe at some point I could get a better computer. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but yeah, it always sucks. Like I'm always I've been realizing when I always want to do these great specials for you guys and stuff like that. Like YouTube always seems to frick it over, or OBS seems to frick it over, my internet seems to frick it over, or just mainly lag seems to frick it over. Really sucks, but and also my computer also fricks it over as well. But yeah, it really sucks that this stuff has to happen. I seem to always have to go into part 2 in these streams that I do nowadays. I mean, hallelujah, the streams I do downstairs, on the Switch and stuff like that, I barely have to go into, part 2s for those. But just, the streams that I do on, this computer stuff, it sounds like an old computer and stuff. I always seem to having to, to redo them and stuff like that, and it really sucks. I really do apologize for it a lot. I don't mean, to having, to restart and stuff, but let's kind of just get away from poopy laggy computer, and let's actually talk about West Coast Racers here for. So like I said in the previous part, this coaster here took me a decent amount of time to do for certain. I think this one was one of those coasters that took me about a good 40 hours or so to do. And I made this when freaking there was only the trailer video of it showing it off, and also when there's only just a few little pictures of it here and there in the ride and stuff, so it wasn't fully recreated, or there wasn't any progress in it whatsoever in real life. It was just being announced and stuff like that. That's when I made this coaster, so it was not easy to make whatsoever, but I made sure to look at every little cranking photo I could find of this ride, every little detail, every little angle, stuff like that, just to get the layout fully made, and looking at all those just details of supports and stuff like that. I think there was a few spots where some support stuff like that where I had to go kind of YOLO on it, and because I didn't have enough footage and stuff like that of the ride to go get a little gif of it, or there's some area or something like that I felt there wasn't, it was kind of a big empty space, and I wanted to have a support there just kind of fill out that empty space, and no one really noticed that. But that kind of part of the ride, though, is actually when you go to this yellow part of the track right here, there's supports holding it up right there. There's extra supports right there that I put in there just to make it look better. But yeah, this ride really interests me, but it's too bad it's on the other side of the country. Yeah, I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain, I believe, in 2018. So when still the Green Lantern first flight thing was still up, so I got to ride one of the worst roller coasters in the world. Fun me. But yeah, I don't know when I'm ever gonna be going to Six Flags Magic Mountain again anytime soon. But I'm glad I got able to visit this park. But the only coaster I wasn't able to ride when I went here was freaking Full Throttle, and that was one of the coasters that I was most excited about to ride. But I didn't ride it. It sucks. I was really excited for Full Throttle, but I didn't get to ride it in general. But yeah, I was really proud of this West Coast Racer creation, for only having animated photos and just an animated trailer of it and stuff like that. This is a really damn good recreation in my opinion, with with the footage I had and stuff like that. I'm really proud of this recreation. It looks really nice, and I really love how you get to go on both sides of the track, and it looks really cool in real life too. And I love the entranceway that there's the logo, and a funny little fact: the W took the longest took the longest amount of time to design. That W there, oh, that was not easy to design, but I'm glad I came up with a good looking W in the end though. Alrighty, y'all. Do you have any other? Thank you, Nick Follick Studios, for just subscribing to my YouTube channel. Good man. Thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. We're now only 5 subscribers away from hitting that 2.5K goal. Not sure we can hit it this stream, but that'd be incredible. And also probably like in the next Pokemon training stream, that'll be the 2.5K sub special stream for Pokemon. So that'd be pretty cool. I love like that. You know, it's really cool. It's like you're always gonna get like a dueling element for this coaster like every like single time, which is like really awesome. Like, cause like they wait for like the cars like to load up in their sites. Like you have like this like pitch show like stop there, and then like both of the cars come out like once both of the cars are ready, and then they both launch out. It's like it's really cool how they're able like to have a duel like each and every time. It's like a very cool aspect of West Coast Racers. And it even has 4 launches too. Like if you like launch coasters, that can be the best launch coaster out there. But there's freaking 4 launches that you can go from that coaster. Quadruple launching coaster. It's insane. Alrighty, the amount of likes you have said is unlikely. What do you mean by that, Collie? What was your stream, by the way? Alrighty, y'all, so we don't have any other coaster suggestions at the moment. We just went for West Coast, so here's the coasters that we have went through, though. We went for Diamondback, The Beast Reborn, Steel Curtain, Batman the Ride, Fury 325, Ghost Rider, King Kaka, Vortex, El Toro, Intimidator 305, Goliath, Wooden Bay 10, and Ryan and West Coast Racers. How was X2 not complete? I think the reason why I did not fully complete that was because I was too lazy. But I know at some point I will definitely go and work on that ride. I have no idea when I'm going to work on it, but I promise you at some point I will work on that. I will work on that ride. You can bet your butt on that. X2 is not going to be a damn easy ride whatsoever. I'm not excited about it. And sometimes I just don't work on coasters because I'm lazy. X2 is just one of those coasters I just love the layout of, and I'm just like, I just don't want to work on that coaster. I'm like, hey, lazy Luigi Striker. But I'll be no longer lazy. Ride Millennium Force. That's an interesting suggestion. Not the reborn version. It's way better. I ever fine. All right, Millennium Force. So looks like now, like I didn't want to go to a part 2 because I knew if I went into a part 2, not many people would really be in it because the stream would just kind of like come out of nowhere. That's what kind of pisses me off. With going into part 2s. Anyways, Millennium Force, definitely needs an upgrade. No doubt, Millennium Force is one of those coasters that definitely needs 100% of an upgrade. I mean, like, I love, like, how I did the structure and stuff like that, and some parts of the layout look okay, but I think I remember, like, for Millennium Force here, is, like, after, like, the big drop, I literally, like, kind of copied it over from somebody else's Millennium Force build. That's why, like, it's not, like, the greatest ever. Like, definitely that curve around there, I copied for somebody else's build, and apparently the ride can no longer go down the drop perfectly fine. Well, that's just joyous. The ride is not even, the ride's not even functional anymore. Let's try one more time. The Millennium Force build is so bad that it can't even function anymore. So it has to be at a certain speed for it to function down the hill. So sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Interesting. I'll have to change that at some point when I'm editing this coaster. I mean, like the drop. The thing is, like the big curve around too. Like I feel like the drop should be a whole lot bigger though. Like the drop is like not like big enough in my opinion. Like Millennium Force drop should be a lot bigger because freaking like the big curve around at the top there is like a lot it's like almost it's like kind of getting close to like about 3/4. It's about like 3/4 of the height of the actual full structure, and it's definitely not like that in real life. But yeah, I remember I think I kind of based this off of somebody else's Millennium Force build. I don't remember whose Millennium Force build it was, but definitely remember basing it off of somebody else's Millennium Force build. And it definitely was not easy to go and recreate it whatsoever since they didn't really have a good tutorial or anything like that. I was just like slowing down his PV video like really fast, stuff like that. And you know, also the build's kind of bad if you're facing through a block while you're going through the track. You probably like rip your head off if you're riding this ride in real life, which should not be good. We don't want people's heads being ripped off. That would be very, very bad. No, no good, no good. But yeah, I like my reborn version a lot more because I actually like I did like an accurate like recreation of the station. Like the lift hill is like way bigger and like it looks way better. Like the support structure looks really good, and like just like all the elements and stuff like that too. With like the big like support structure stuff like that, like holding on like the big airtime and stuff like those look like really accurate stuff like that. Also, of course, the bad thing about this build here is that it interferes with Space Mountain massively and even goes for like a part of the ride. a little interesting, not gonna lie, but yeah, apparently I made Millennium Force in a not so great location, but it somewhat ended up working in the end. But the end of the ride here is obviously nothing like Millennium Force. Like, I have to like go a little uphill, curve over to the side. Yeah, it definitely does not go like that at all. See, Millennium Force definitely needs some pretty big adjustments, and hopefully, like, once I get my Kings Island coasters done, this will be a coaster I'll work on pretty soon. Why is there a barrier block here? The heck? Who's placed a random barrier blocks on my exit? Excuse me, I don't like that. Anyways, yeah, this is my Millennium Force build, though. It's still decent, though, but it definitely needs some, like, adjustments and stuff like that. But I do like how I designed the waiting line and stuff like that, though. And the logo, of course, looks pretty nice. The classic Millennium Force logo. Millennium Force, the future is riding on it. I like the Millennium Force logo. It's just nice and simple, with, like, the cool kind of, like, blue streak, like, design, like, on top of it and stuff. So now, also Blackhawk Vision suggested Millennium Force Reborn, which is I would say Millennium Force Reborn. I don't know where I'd rank in my Reborn coasters, if I rank my 6 Reborn coasters, but it'd definitely be in the top 3, I would say. I don't know if I want to put it over Steel Vengeance Reborn or not, or have it under it. A little bit of a tough decision for me. I might have it at the number 2 spot. I think my favorite Reborn coaster is Beast Reborn, obviously. No, there's nothing's gonna be Beast Reborn anytime soon, unless I make another really crazy wooden coaster, Reborn coaster, which that's definitely not happening anytime soon. Just saying that right now. But Millennium Force Reborn, you can obviously tell like the big difference in like the Millennium Force, like the structure design too. Like the structure design looks a lot more like how it actually looks in real life. And it goes like even like higher and stuff, and it drops into a tunnel. Like we have the same kind of curve around copied, but like this the curve around actually is like at the height it actually really like should be. Like this is how like big the structure like should like really be, and like the curve around is like at a good height there, like a big like good curve around height. And yeah, like it looks like really nice, and like the station like recreation too, like it's not like perfect, but it's still really good though. Like it's like very accurate to like what the station looks like in real life. And what's interesting, like this waiting line connects like to like in the back area here, like where it's going up lift to, instead of like it connecting over this way, which is a little interesting, but that's how I designed it apparently. So yeah, interesting my design. But yeah, this is like a pretty nice accurate recreation of the station though, which is I really like how I did that. And it goes straight into the lift hill too as well. Very, very nice. So yeah, Millennium Force Reborn. This was so I believe the first Reborn coaster I made was the Joker Reborn, which I'm not sure why I decided to make Joker my first Reborn coaster or whatever. Second one I made was Top-Fuel Dragster Reborn, and then this was the third Reborn coaster that I made. And then Steel Vengeance Reborn was the 4th, Beast Reborn was the 5th, and then Orion was the 6th Reborn. So yeah. This third Reborn coaster was definitely a lot of fun to make. Like, I was like really like I had to really like kind of get my creative fluxes, like to think of like how do I want to make this ride crazier. So obviously Millennium Force is kind of known for like its 2 low close to the ground curving tunnels, but for this drop here I wanted like you to go through a tunnel, like a big drop there, because that'd be like pretty cool, going like really fast, pick your speed and going for like a really quick tunnel. I think that's like a really nice, like a really nice like aspect of it. And like this ride too, like it goes like close by to some like other coasters that I built around it. Like you get like a nice view of like Yukon Striker from there, with like the drop and stuff, and you can look up there and see like the structure again. I always love that big like sunset view. I don't know, there's some weird light glitch there in the tunnel, but like instead of just like you curving close to the ground like that, you go in an up curve like through the tunnel there. Because I was trying to make like any kind of like little parts of the ride look even crazier. And this part of the ride looks crazier because like it's a more bigger airtime hill, and the support structures look a lot better, and the curve arounds now are a lot bigger. They look a lot better. Get a nice view of like the Tigress logo over there. There's also what I like about Millennium Force Reborn is that it's like in this like big like open like plain area too. Like it's like open like free and stuff like that, and there's like other coasters around and stuff like that. So it makes it like really cool. You can go check out and look around at the other coasters and stuff. Especially like Yukon Striker, you can get like a little bit of like steel curtain over there, and then you can get a little bit closer view of Tigress like once it curves over here. And then you can maybe like barely like nah, you can't really see a Polyos Cherry or Monsu, but yeah, you go around Tidal Twister, Yukon Striker, Steel Curtain, and Tigress. It's pretty cool. And so yeah, how I made so like usually it'll just curve over like over there and go to that curve around there, but I had like a little like airtime hump there. But then like it'll go for like one more airtime hill here and go through another curve around here to make it reborn. So we're adding like another like big humongous curve around. Yeah, I was really impressed with my Tigress logo. Not gonna lie. I was like when I saw like it completed, I'm like, oh, this is definitely one of my best logos I've made in my world. Title Twister logo also looks amazing too. It's completely made out of water. And so yeah, it goes up a curve one more time, and then it goes into the actual big curve, like a big airtime hill there that goes, like, you get an awesome view of like the big structure there, and then you go curve down into the tunnel here. It's like, yeah, like the tunnel, like kind of like you go like into the tunnel, like while like you're going like you're going downwards into like the tunnels, like a bit of the tunnel is like lifted off of the ground, which is pretty cool. Because I like that get little like a little hump of airtime here. It's a little bit of a bigger airtime hill. Then you get even a bigger airtime hill here, which is obviously not there in the original version. And instead of you just doing like one last big curve around and hitting the brakes, you go for one last tunnel here, going in an up curve, and you do some like last curve rounds and stuff like that. Like up curve, airtime hill, then it goes into the brakes. But yeah, so that's so like how I made this ride a little bit more crazy. I have 4 tunnels instead of 2 tunnels, and some of the tunnels are even more crazier than they were previously, and then you have like some more extra elements in there and stuff like that. And of course, if I imagine this in real life, it'd probably be going like around 100 or so miles per hour, and you'd be like flying through the elements like at crazy speed. Like it would be insane. It'd be insanely fast. You'd be flying through these elements at crazy speed. It'd be awesome. But yeah, Millennium Force Reborn, love it. Definitely so much better than my original Millennium Force build. Highly recommend watching PoE video if you haven't already. The PoE video is made with my phone, but it's definitely one of my more higher quality videos, though, that I made with my phone in the past. And sadly it was made with iMovies, but still, I'm really proud of my Millennium Force Reborn build. And of course, like the waiting line too, I have like this big humongous waiting line. The waiting line design is like really cool, like the light design and stuff. I really like that light design. And like it's right next to like a Leviathan, Apodexter Reborn, and Steel Industry Reborn is over there as well. I just love like although I think the free Cedar Point Reborn coasters like all next to each other. I love how I have like the big logo there, like Millennium Force Reborn there, and then we have like MFR, and then like the like streak out the design there, and like all those like really cool like streaks and stuff all around it. That stuff really cool entranceway design. Then you have like the words Millennium Force Reborn also like going to like the entrance, like the main like entrance pathway leading over to the ride. And you got these little pathways and stuff like that that also lead over to Millennium Force Reborn. So yeah, Millennium Force Reborn is definitely one of my favorite coasters in this world. Like I love my Reborn coasters, and yeah, I really like it. Someday we need to lift to a coaster that reaches 100 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure one day we'll get a coaster like that. Alrighty, y'all. Is there any other what other kind of coaster suggestions do we got? I'm liking these coaster suggestions so far in the part 2. We've gone for West Coast Racers, Millennium Force, and Millennium Force Reborn. Very nice. I feel like Blackhawk Vision's gonna be suggesting most of the coasters for a while, since there's not many other people here that probably know coasters really well. I know who you are, some diva. I remember you, Makia-chan. Yes, I do remember. Do you know any like coasters by any chance, or do you not know much about the coasters? I'm pretty sure I don't know much about my coasters whatsoever, since you just came to my channel like yesterday. Anyone else in the chat who like knows some of my coasters that I have and stuff that want to suggest anything? I mean, we can let Blackhawk Vision suggest a lot of coasters, but I want to also let you, some other people have the chance to go suggest some as well. Okie dokers. And once again, there's like, you can suggest from like Cedar Point, Kings Island, you can just one Carowinds coaster, one Kings Dominion, you can suggest from like Knott's, you can suggest some of the coasters that I have made and stuff. Yeah, I know you first time checking my channel out was yesterday, but if you want to like, if you've been to like any amusement parks in real life by any chance, Mike-chan, or no? Gotta do Accelerator. Okay, I'll put Accelerator on the list. Jersey Devil's a great suggestion. No, I freaking adore my Jersey Devil recreation, and that was also when I made it when there was only like a trailer video and a PoE video of the ride out at the time, and just a couple of animated photos. So not even existing in real life yet. I don't think even the full ride exists in real life yet too. So yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy how they like to make that freaking ride like with only just like of that kind of stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, single, like I have like, fun fact for me, I have not ridden like I have not ridden a single roller coaster yet, but like I really want to go to like Six Flags. I think it's Fiesta Texas that has Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster. You don't think the construction is still going on? I think the construction is still going on, but I've seen definitely have made a lot of progress on the ride though. When I've seen some construction videos, but I know they haven't got it fully completed though. But I know Iron Gwazi is fully completed though, and I've seen testing footage of it. And I'm not sure if the ride's actually fully completed, but I know like the ride itself is completed, and there's been like test runs on the ride and stuff. But Jersey Devil Coaster has not been like that though. You're building Firehawk right now. Do you want me to go and ride Firehawk? Is that a suggestion? That's a suggestion. I'll go type it down. But yeah, here you go. Jersey Devil Coaster. Creeper Jackson, I think also downloaded this logo in here for me. I designed the entranceway design there, like the big V there. Cause like the big V in the middle there. I kind of want to also like put that on the floor too, and have like this really cool fiery effect as like the entranceway and stuff. Alright, I'll go ride Firehawk next. Good suggestion. We're loving our Kings Island coasters, obviously. I love a Kings Island coaster, but I don't mind you guys suggesting them. Okay, Jersey Devil Coaster, like, oh man, like, I love how this ride looks. Oh, hello. You making the kitty coaster by the Great Adventure Coasters. I'm glad I decided to restart my computer because I'm not lagging whatsoever. It's nice. Didn't realize I was streaming. Can't wait to ride Jersey Devil. It'll be back. It'll be one heck of expensive, but I love Great Adventure more. Yeah, I'm really glad Great Adventure is finally getting like another like great coaster to their park. I'm really happy for them. Like they haven't got like a new ground up coaster in like so many years, so I'm like really happy that finally they're getting a great coaster. And what better to do than a single rail RMC coaster? These coasters, when I heard it, have been really good and very fearsome indeed. So yeah, Jersey Devil Coaster. This was this is another coaster that I made like when there was only animated POV, an animated trailer, and just animated photos. So this was not an easy ride to make. And like I thought like it's not gonna be too bad. It's just like kind of like an out and back layout to like go out and back like 2 times and stuff. But oh, it was definitely a lot more difficult than I was expecting, because like the layout like it curves a little bit. Like I wasn't expecting like when I went down the drop there like it would curve over to the side and then it would go over like these hills, stuff like that. Like I believe that like at some points during the ride like I had to like go design like the supports like before I actually like design the actual like layout. But eventually I was able to get a good layout design, and then I actually started just mainly working on supports after that. But yeah, doing this layout though was definitely not an easy task. And even like figuring out like all like little support details and stuff like that. Like this part, I remember this part here. Oh my gosh, this part took forever to design. Like I redid this to like design here, like this curve around part here, so many times. Like, oh, that part there was not fun to make. And like, yeah, like, and like some like the supports weren't really that bad. I don't remember the supports being that bad. It was just like making the layout in general for this ride was definitely pretty annoying. And yeah, not really else what to say for this ride here, since I did make this one about a year ago, maybe at this point. Been forever since I made like a original coaster in like 10 years. Wow, 10 years. I didn't think it was that long, but I guess it is. Goodness me. Yeah, this is a really cool looking coaster though. It's definitely gonna be a great fit for Great Adventure. I'm glad I got to build it quickly, and so far, like the last time I've like checked, this is like the only Jersey Devil coaster recreation that's in Minecraft. Like when I saw this coaster, like I'm recreating this really quickly before anybody else like does. I'm pretty sure probably some other people have recreated this in Minecraft at this point, definitely. But I remember at the time, like I think I was like the first person who actually like uploaded a POV video of this to like a YouTube, which is pretty cool. So good for me. And of course I tried designing like these like little shed areas as best as I can, and this was just what like the station kind of like looked like and stuff. It's a pretty simple design I did it for the station just because that's what it looked like in the rendering and stuff. I'm pretty sure the station in real life will be a lot cooler than this, but that's what it looked like in the rendering, so I wanted to copy as much as like from the rendering as it to the Minecraft as best as I could. So yeah, there you go, Jersey Devil Coaster. And it's actually one of these coasters in my world where like I have this is a really cool angle of the coaster, not gonna lie. You have like the sunset in the background, you have like the logo off the side, and you just have like the coaster there. That's a really epic like view of view of the coaster there. Like I have as I have as one of my desktop backgrounds. Like sometimes like the pictures will switch, and this will be one of the pictures. So yeah. Which one is this called? It's called a Rubik apparently. I definitely did not know the name of this one. Alrighty, so yeah, I really like I said, I really do adore this recreation like so much, and definitely makes for an epic thumbnail, that's for certain. And I guess without further ado, we're gonna be writing our second Knott's Berry Farm coaster suggestion. And also, since I did take a 10-minute break, or like 10 to 15-minute break in between, I'll end off the coaster. I'll end off the stream probably around like I would say like 10:15 instead of 10, because I don't want to like get it off at 10 like when I took like a break or something like that in between. That's not fair. That's not fair for you guys. Okay, where is accelerator? Alright, accelerator is the short little pink one over here. I remember now. Accelerator, I remember, like, we took, like, only, like, about a 3-hour, like, we went to, like, Knott's Berry Farm for, like, this, like, vacation in California, and, we only went there for, like, a good, like, 3 hours or so, because since we were just kind of, like, quickly, visiting it, and we just kind of, like, left afterwards, and there was apparently a minecart stuck in the launching track area. That's not fun. Can you get destroyed, please, minecart? Excuse me. I built your coaster nowhere near anything in case something goes wrong. What great adventure coasters have you built? Nitro, Jersey, King Duck, and El Toro. Boom. Sorry, I created a name. I'm not really seeing your if you're watching my stream right now, I'm not really seeing your messages because I'm in F1. Alrighty, let's try that again, shall we? But I remember like when I rode Accelerator though, like I had a blast of this coaster. This is easily probably like, since I didn't ride I only rode Ghost Rider once, which really sucks. I wish I could have ridden it more. Ghost Rider is a phenomenal coaster though. It's actually the coaster we had to wait in a decent line for. Like all the other coasters, we were able like to get like walk-ons on them. Like we got on these coasters like really quickly. Accelerator though, Accelerator actually was a pretty quick way too. We got to ride Accelerator 4 times, I believe, and I believe we got 1 ride in the front row, and I think probably other 3 rides in the second row. Front row is definitely the way to go in this ride, like in like that full like blast like in your face and stuff. It's such a cool like intimate launch coaster, and I just love like the pink and light blue design. It's like it's a unique color design for a coaster, I would definitely say, and the name is pretty epic too. Accelerator is the most intense launch in America. Second most intense launch, then Max Force does. Yay, Great America's beat an Accelerator, apparently. Aren't you special, Six Flags? Yeah. But yeah, this is an Accelerator. Accelerator is actually one of these coasters I made in the past. It actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, definitely I could use some adjustments, like I could definitely fix it a little bit, but it's not that bad of a recreation though. I'm actually pretty proud of my Accelerator recreation. It's definitely one of my better Knott's Berry Farm creations that I made. Definitely Silver Bullet needs editing. I don't like my Silver Bullet whatsoever. Silver Bullet just don't look so good. Alrighty. Yeah, not one of like the only like pink coasters in my world, Accelerator, that I've recreated in real life. I think actually Accelerator is like the only pink coaster that I've really recreated in real life. I can't think of any other pink coasters that I mean, I know the Kirby coaster that I made for my sister is pink, but that's the only other one I can think of. Oh yeah, also Dionysus Valentine is also pink as well. Yeah, it has a pink track. It's pink and white. So there's only 3 coasters in this world that I can think of that have a pink track. Yeah, here we're passing by Kirby coaster right now. Yeah, there you go. It's like it's pink concrete and purple blocks. I believe that's what those are called. If I didn't get that wrong. Sylveon one's red and well, it's red and pink supports, but it's not a pink track though. That's what I was kind of trying to get the point at. But I guess Sylveon's Valentine is also pink too, if you want to say like for the pink supports and stuff. I suppose so. Alrighty, we're going over to Firehawk now, and Firehawk was actually not too bad of a build to really make. I don't remember this one being too difficult for me to make. I mean, of course, it definitely took some time to make, but I was pretty I was pretty happy with my Firehawk build. Indeed. Oh wait, don't go on that side. That's not the right side. And of course, obviously, this is one of the other like Kings Island coasters I bit the dust recently, sadly, but. Still, I got to ride both Vortex and Firehawk before they both closed down, so lucky me, I was able to go and get those credits. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get the coaster that's going to be replacing Vortex credit anytime soon, or Orion's credit. Hopefully whatever replaces Vortex will be a good coaster. I hope they decide to put something good there. Yeah, Vortex, but not Vortex, Firehawk was definitely an interesting coaster to make for certain, like, having to make sure, like, the track, like, goes upside down at some points and make sure it goes on top of the track, and making sure, like, they get, like, all those, like, crazy amount of, like, supports holding it up and stuff like that was definitely a bit of a challenge, but it wasn't too bad. I think I was able to, like, finish all the supports on a building stream, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, as you can see too, Firehawk goes right next to Vortex, and it's right next to Flying Ace Aerial Chase, so it's in between those two coasters. And also, it's over by Woodstock Express as well. So, not too shabby. Yeah, this was like this definitely was one of like the easier Kings Island coasters, I would say, to design, and I believe I still wasn't using Google Earth at the time, so I was still like, just looking at PoE videos and a lot of pictures and stuff like that to go and make this ride. And also a little fun fact too, this was actually I made this coaster at the time where Bone Meal still only had like red, yellow, and white flowers, and it was like a little other like white bushy kind of flowers. Nowadays, Bone Meal has like blue flowers along with it and a bunch of tall grass as well, but you could definitely tell like the Bone Meal around here and stuff is definitely like the old Bone Meal. Those Kings Island coasters were made a lot earlier, definitely. I kind of forget the reason why I stopped making Kings Island coasters for a bit. Not sure, just because I didn't really feel like it anymore, or I like want to revamp some coasters and stuff, I don't know. That have been some of like the reasons why, but still, I really like my Firehawk build a lot. It was really nice, accurate recreation of it. Did the station nice. Did like a pretty, definitely unique and interesting looking entranceway for Firehawk. And yeah, I was pretty proud of this build in general. Very nice recreation of it. I believe the PoE video of it just got at least around. Like I forget like how much like views like these PoE videos that I've uploaded have nowadays, because I haven't checked them in a while, but yeah, I think it has about 300 or so views. I don't know really, but I know it's definitely one out of my most popular Kings Island coaster things I've uploaded. But I think it's around 200 to 300 views. Well, last I checked a while that back ago. Yeah, interesting looking, just with a nice looking recreation of it, and yeah, pretty proud of it. And I also didn't want to take up too much space in my world too. So sorry, I had something in my neck there for a second. Sorry, my blocking game a little bit weird there. Alrighty. I have no more suggestions after Firehawk. Do we got any other coaster suggestions that I can go and ride for y'all and give you a little bit of information about it? Anybody else want to go suggest some more? We can always keep suggesting more Kings Island coasters, or we can keep making more unique and stuff like that, going over to like Six Flags, or maybe suggesting one of my coasters that I've made on my own that doesn't really exist in real life, just my custom design or something. Whatever you guys would like. We're doing Banshee next. I like how I'm just like saying like maybe you should just this coaster show like that. Yeah, Banshee. I was extremely proud of this build. Like I was not expecting to be making Banshee so well, and the entranceway is a really cool entranceway too. I really like the ghosts kind of like with the like blue and purple lights everywhere. It's a really cool looking entranceway, and of course copying the logo from like a shirt that I found in a store at Kings Island. That was really nice to have that, just so you can get a really good epic Banshee logo, entranceway and stuff. And making this whole ride in general, I remember Banshee was extremely difficult for me to do, because it's not easy to do like a tight curve around drop like that, go into an inversion and go through an curved inversion over the lift hill, and doing like a corkscrew kind of design there. But I even designed this corkscrew really nicely though, not gonna lie. It looks really nice. And doing like the pretzel loop element there, oh gosh, the pretzel loop element was torture. Then, like, obviously you can see all my vertical loops have, like, advanced over time. It's a really nice looking vertical loop, and then, like, the tight twist over and the big, like, long twist going around. like one last like curve around going in, and then it hits the brakes. And then also it's designing the station too. Designing the station was not an easy task, but like I really like how I designed the station of like the light blue terracotta, and then you got light gray wool, and then you got the light gray powder. Like all these like little like different like detail blocks, just like to get like that detail like kind of design that like the station has like in real life. And then even like somebody decided to give me like make a sign that has like a text that has like white text in it, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, the whole station design in general was a really nice station design. I like the cool like glowstone stuff, and like how like the support structures are holding up, and even like the loading like station in and stuff. It's very nice, I would say. And creator name is stalking me apparently. I heard you did Manta, is that right? And so could you write it? Manta. Like I said, the only SeaWorld coaster that I've made is Tidal Twister. So if that's the case, if you got built a Manta, not sure where you heard that from. And I don't remember at any point during the stream that I said I've recreated Manta. Not until now. But yeah, I haven't recreated that one. No. I got some dead skin on my lip. Ugh. Hate that. I hate like when you get like random like little like dead skin like on your body and stuff like that, and like you want to like peel it off like really badly and stuff. It sucks. I hate it so much. Yeah, Banshee definitely was a challenge to make, that's for certain. The entranceway I'm pretty sure took me a while to make, and like the whole layout design in general took me a decent amount of time to make as well. I forget which Kings Island. I believe I made this coaster. Just because I want to make like some like the big like summer coasters first. I believe I made Mystic Timbers first, and I went for the Beast, and I think after that I did Banshee. I think I did Vertigo after that. Banshee might have been the 4th Kings Island coaster I've ever made, possibly. I don't know this for certain. I might be giving you wrong information there, but Banshee was definitely one of like the first couple of Kings Island coasters that I made, though. And I believe after like I was done with Banshee and Diamondback, I made the Kings. I made like little kitty coasters stuff like that. Then I went over and did like Firehawk, and then eventually did the Racer, and then we did Orion, obviously. We did Orion, obviously, and then I think after Orion we did Vortex, and then Adventures. Then we went to Orion Reborn, and then Adventure Express after that. No, actually, we did. No, hold up. Getting the order of these wrong. I did Vortex, then I did the Bat, and then I did Orion Reborn, and then I did Adventure Express. Can't forget the Bat. Sucky thing is Black Eye Vision. SeaWorld coasters are Busch Gardens coasters too. Oh, I can't imagine them. Oh no. They're gonna be so hard to make. Like, I mean, some of them won't be that bad. Like Mako and LA Manson won't be too horrible, but there's some freaking Busch Gardens or SeaWorld coasters that are brutal. I'm not gonna have too much fun making them. Why are there like freaking like 3 minecarts on here? Goodness me. Did a Reborn of Orion before Orion was set to ride in real life limo. I know I did, just because I liked Orion so much, and I felt like to be the perfect next coaster to do a Reborn version of. You old Banshee. I know you like Banshee. Sadly, I only got on it once. Oof. I've gone on it 0 times. I've never been to a SeaWorld park in my life. Besides, I actually went to SeaWorld Park once when I was like 1 year old, so I don't remember ever going to it, but apparently I have gone to a SeaWorld Park before, but I don't remember ever going to it, so I don't really count it that much, but it's true that I've been to a SeaWorld Park before, but I don't remember ever like going there though, since I was like so young. Anyways, what's the coaster you guys want me to ride next? We're out of coaster suggestions again. We need to get more suggestions on this list, yo. Need them. Any more of them suggestions, yo. Yo. Still love this Elsa thing here. God, I was able to recreate this for for Frozen Orion, and I didn't design that on my own. Right, the Beast or Beast Reborn. I guess we're doing the Beast next. I already did the Reborn version. I didn't do the original one yet, though. Okay. Anyone else got any suggestions? Wow, you got a lot of suggestions. Goodness me, we're gonna be going for Blackhawks. There's too many Blackhawk video suggestions. I'm pretty sure you want to like suggest a lot of girls and stuff like that, but we're not really giving any other people a chance to suggest other stuff. I guess you're the most. I guess you're the most interested in seeing some of my coasters in the past, stuff like that, which I don't mind. Oh gosh, the Beast, flippin' Beast, second Kings Island coaster that I ever recreated. I believe my POE video of this bad boy has gotten about over 1,000 views at this point, and Banshee also has gotten like I think like 1,500 views at this point last I've checked. Like Banshee and Beast have really popular like coaster POVs on my channels, definitely for Kings Island. But yeah, the Beast was kind of an interesting build indeed. Like, for some reason I decided to go make the logo of it, and like the entranceway for it over there, and then like a huge long connecting pathway, and this is actually where the real entranceway is. I don't really know why I designed it like that. I think the main reason was I think I wanted to design like the logo and stuff like that first, and I thought like I just wanted to like make sure that the logo was kind of like far away from the ride, just because I didn't want to make sure that it didn't interfere with like the actual ride itself. But obviously that wasn't the case. But hey, still a long epic pathway like leading to the ride. Still kind of like worked out though, not gonna lie. So yeah, I did my best of trying like to recreate like the waiting line and stuff like that, like based off like when I like what it is in real life a little bit. It's probably not like an exact like great recreation of it, but I did my best for like with all like the photos and stuff like that I got to see of the ride and stuff. So yeah, I got like the like first rooftop area here, like a couple of like waiting line like lines there, and then you got like the waiting line here, like in like the little building and stuff, and it's got like the signs up there that say Beast Unchained. Any other sign over there? No, but yeah, there's like those like little two signs up there that say Beast Unchained. Hello, Tyler. No self-promotion, por favor. Boo doo 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 doo. There we go. Please don't self-promote my live chat, por favor. But hello, welcome to the stream. So then we got over to like the main station area, and obviously this station doesn't look as good as the Beast Reborn's one, but it still looks pretty incredible though. Like for like a recreation of the station. Though. You stop saying that. Why do you want me to subscribe to your channel anyways? Don't even give me a reason. I never even seen your channel before. I subscribe to a channel that randomly just comes out of nowhere and is begging to go sub. Frankly, not gonna lie, it's like begging for subscribers is not the way to get subscribers. I've learned that a while back ago. You need to actually like show you do quality content and stuff like that, and there's like a reason why you should subscribe to you and stuff like that. And begging for subs is just not the way to go. I did that a while back ago, like a long time ago, like when I was in 6th or 7th grade, but begging for subs is not how I go anymore. I get my subs legitimately, do content that you guys will enjoy and stuff like that, and not just have ask random people in comment sections or something like that for subs and stuff. That's not how I roll anymore. Nope. Something I like to point out. Just like I've gone away from my old antiques that I was in 7th grade. Not a little kid I was back then, begging for subs. Gross. Anyways, the Beast. The Beast was one of like the craziest wooden coasters that I made at the time, and I was really proud of like the recreation of it. And Beast is my personal favorite roller coaster at Kings Island. It's my favorite actually wooden coaster in real life as well. Cause I just love like the feeling of like you going out like in a forest and there's just nothing else like around like the forest and stuff, and just like this like one of like the first wooden coasters like where I put massive like tree detail around, right? Because I wanted to like make sure like the forest for the Beast was like all around the ride. Why the frick is there a random minecart there? Good thing I just hit it in time. You guys gotta stop leaving random minecarts in the middle of my rides. Like, ugh, goodness me, it's annoying me. But yeah, like this was like the first ever like wooden coaster that I decided like to go full blown out and make like a big forest around it, and the forest looked really good in the end. I was like really proud of the forest, and like this whole recreation in general was like probably like just like the best like recreation of the beast I've seen on like YouTube. Sorry, just out there and some other people's like maybe beast builds that they might have made. Like I think I've only seen one other like beast build in my world. Why you turn at the daytime? I like the night. Creative name. What you doing? Why is Woman Lasso Coaster away from El Toro and Nitro? Because it's not at that park. No, that's not at that park. And that's just where I made it at the time. I made that coaster before I made rides like El Toro and like Jersey Devil and Nitro was there. Big truth said there. Thank you also for 5 of you guys for liking the video so far. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. Thumbs up the video if you haven't already done so. It'd be very appreciated. But yeah, I love the beast for like its like curver, like where it goes like in a curve, like it goes like in a curve down like drop there. It goes like really fast for like the tunnels and stuff like that. And I love how I designed like this big curve around here. Like it looks like a legitimate like good circle in the middle and stuff. And I made sure like to keep it like how like this like a blank kind of grass space there. That's how it is in real life. And of course you just have all the trees covering you and stuff like that. And also a fun fact about this here too is that I made sure there's a like glitch in the tunnel by the way, which really sucks, but I made sure like to like not have anything really lit up at all. Like it's not like there's like some points on the ride where like there is a little bit of light, but I still want like to keep the aspect like where like if you ride the ride at night, like the tunnels are pitch black, you can't see anything in them, like the whole ride is just completely dark. So I wanted to make sure I kept that aspect of the ride with it. The normal rides are like a Banshee or something like that, I light up or something, but like for like the Beast and like the Beast Reborn, they're like in a forest and like you know like if for like mainly like being really cool like dark ride and stuff like at night. I wanted to make sure like it was not like lit up whatsoever, and I only light up like in the areas like where like it'd be fit to like light up like in the station or something like that, or like maybe like at the brake run area or like in the lift hill or something. Like those are areas where I light it up, but like the whole like ride where it goes out to the forest and stuff like that, and it's completely not lit up at all. So yeah, pretty freaking awesome. Really do like my beast build a lot, just of all like the crazy amount of trees all around it and stuff. And of course like you gotta have Beast Reborn like right next to it, like over in the corner there. I believe I also had to get rid of like a few trees or something, so like just to like make sure like the entranceway kind of like fitted in a way. But it didn't really get rid of the. It didn't really like get in the way of like the forest too much though. But yeah, that's kind of like out and back layout for like so many trees like covering the ride and stuff. It's just definitely one of my. I think it's about like my normal beast build is probably like my second favorite wooden coaster in my world, just because it's like has a whole forest covered around it and just a really good like recreation in general. I really like it a lot. Alrighty, so we got a lot of suggestions from Blackhawk Vision now. Let's see, so we're gonna go to Mystic Timbers, which we haven't read that one yet. I've been talking about it a little bit this video, so I feels fair to ride Mystic Timbers, the first ever Kings Island coaster recreated. And that was all the way back in like December of 2017. So yeah, that was a decent amount of time ago since I've since I made Mystic Timbers. Got my original Steel Vengeance build, okay, and Steel Vengeance Reborn, okay. Not Steel Vengeance. Yeah, Steel Vengeance Reborn. We got Raging Bull as well. It's also I edited that coaster, so it looks a lot better now. Really happy about that one. Alright, so we're starting off with Mystic Timbers, correct? Yep. Here we are. Mystic Timbers is just over here, so it's not too far away. Steel Vengeance is a little bit farther away, but it won't take too long to go and get to. I'm gonna set it midnight because I feel like midnight's gonna definitely fits for Mystic Timbers. So for Mystic Timbers, I lit up like the whole ride in general, besides the shed area, because I wanted like the shed area to be kind of like give it like a dark and creepy kind of like feeling. Even like the station's not very lit up either, because I wanted to like have like the station and like the shed area there, like kind of give you like a creepy feeling like you're about to go into like something creepy. Obviously, the shed's not really that creepy whatsoever, and I don't have the animated like screens in there whatsoever. But I did have like this like same sign there, like the Mystic Timbers logo there. You got like the truck there, and you got like a decent, somewhat like recreation of what like the waiting line looks like in real life. I try my best to like recreate a decent looking kind of waiting line design. Not really gonna go on most of the waiting line. I'll just give you like a quick kind of look-see of it, but kind of like it's pretty reminiscent of what the waiting line looks like in real life. I kind of designed a waiting line a little bit of my own in some parts, but it's pretty similar to like what it looks like in real life, though. Like the design and stuff, even the station too. The station is a little bit different. Obviously, there's not really vines and like cobwebs stuff like that over that stuff like that, but I'm trying my best, okay. I'm trying here, don't judge me too much. Alrighty, anyway. So Mystic Timbers, like I was okay at making coasters probably when I made this coaster, but definitely this is where I really did start improving on making my coasters. So like this is definitely not the best wooden coaster recreation I've done, but I'm not gonna change it though, because it's still pretty good though. Like you can see like how like some parts of like the ride I have like some like the wood detail like there, but like it's like there's fence detail to the side there. That's because I looked very carefully at the ride, making sure like to know like when like the fence is actually like attaching to the side, or is there there's actually like some like wooden like stuff at the side. I make sure like to notice like those like details and stuff like that. So like you can definitely tell I looked at this layout like really carefully and stuff like that. Making sure I got all those like wooden details like made go for credit. Of course I made like the tight turns and stuff like that, and then going up into the tunnel area here. Make sure the tunnel is like at least somewhat big enough so you can like fit your through, so it doesn't feel like you're cramming yourself through it. Yeah, it's pretty nice though, and then of course you can kind of get a nice view of the Beast logo there that eventually keep like flying through the layout, which eventually then leads you over to your shed. I remember the shed I actually made the shed mainly on a building stream, and the shed definitely was not easy to make, but I thought I had a decent design for the shed in the end, not gonna lie. It's got like the room, like you go in it first, and then you got this like cool shed building here, like with you got like the Pepsi, like the Coke kind of machine there, like the lights with like the spooky cobwebs and like vines going off of the side, and you got like the little like details at the side there. Then you have like the two screens here and stuff that like that I don't really have screens for, but I kind of like what I did though is like I kind of copied like what the beginning design of the screen kind of looks like for that part there. So yeah, Mystic Timbers, the shed part is pretty cool, not gonna lie. I was pretty proud of my shed design. So it's really nice. Like it's really nice what I did for the shed, stuff like that, like the little cool details and stuff like that I put everywhere around the shed, and making it like look pretty creepy and stuff like that. Yeah, I was really proud of my Mystic Timbers build. I think my Mystic Timbers build has gotten at least 2,000 views now at this point. So thank you for so many of you guys for checking out my Mystic Timbers build in Minecraft. Definitely really like it a lot. It doesn't take up too much land, stuff like that. It kind of works out like weaving around like some of like the rides around in the world and stuff. It's located in a nice area. It's kind of like far separated from some of the other Kings Island coasters, stuff like that, but it's kind of like a nice Kings Island coaster like to get yourself kind of like introduced to, like when you're going to like the flurry, like when you're going to like this entranceway here of like the Kings Island logo and like the big Eiffel Tower and stuff, you know. It's pretty sick. Alrighty, so anyone new here, if you want to go like if you have like a coaster you might think of at the top of your head, like you want to like go suggest me the ride that like I've made, you might not know, like, so I know maybe some of you new guys hear stuff like that, you might not know all the coasters that I made and stuff like that. I've not recreated every single coaster in the world, if you're wondering. That'd be impossible, but I definitely recreated about 150 or so and designed some of my I designed some coasters of my own, stuff like that. If you want to go see those, you can go suggest those as well. But so far, we're only getting suggestions of coasters I've recreated in real life, which is fine. Don't mind that. Our next suggestion though is Steel Vengeance, my original Steel Vengeance build, and this is one of my most popular like when Crazy Train layout is easy as Ferg Limo, most stupid coaster. Well, you said you wanted to start with a simple coaster or something. I'm letting you start off with a simple coaster. Boop, 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 boop. We're going past Vale Raven, and going over past Raptor. Then we go past Gatekeeper, Iron Dragon, and then here is the original Steel Vengeance. Something I still like about the Steel Vengeance build is I kind of like the cool, like, unique kind of entrance way, like with like the logo at the bottom, like the SV and the CP in the middle there. It's a pretty cool entrance way, I would definitely say. Of course, I have the like the logo standing up there as well, and you got Steel Vengeance Reborn. Like this pathway leads you over to Steel Vengeance Reborn, and that logo looks even better in my opinion. Like I copied like the Steel Vengeance logo from over there, put Reborn Gliders under it, and you got CVR as the logo entrance there. So pretty cool. This computer lagged really bad, and yep. So if you're wondering why I went to part 2, anybody was watching it like in the part 1, I had to restart my computer, and the quality's a lot better now. So I'm glad that was a good decision on my part. So I'm glad I did that. Alright, Steel Vengeance entrance, and these waiting line designs obviously are custom made by me. They're obviously not in real life. This is what I just imagine to be like a cool kind of like a waiting line design if Cedar Point actually did it. Then I got like some like stats here, stuff like that, 205 feet, 74 miles per hour. Then you got like a little bit of a simple station design here. Nothing too shabby or out of the ordinary. Obviously, the station does not look like this in real life. But like I said, I made this when there was only an animated POV video of it. There's a lot of like coasters in here that I made like when there was only animated POV videos of it. So at the time, I think these recreations were somewhat okay. And this is definitely when my coaster building skills was not the greatest, so my Steel Vengeance recreation is not that great. I'm definitely gonna redo this one at some point for certain. Mean Streak also was a little bit of a mess over there. what Steel Vengeance used to be. Oh yeah, Mean Streak. I'm just glad I got to at least ride that coaster before they tore it down. Mean Streak was definitely a meanie, alrighty. Freaking hurts your booty. And just gives you a headache, you know. Like, Mean Streak was just one of, like, those coasters in the back of the park, like, you usually always just ignore, but now, like, in the back of the park, there's a coaster that you don't want to ignore. Also, I just don't like how some of the elements of this thing go down and, like, really slowly, too. And, like, how I did the inversions, too, are just kind of weird. Like, how was that, like, the corkscrew that goes up in there? That's not, it looks like a sideways, like, airtime instead of, like, more of a corkscrew. And this not even, and it doesn't even look like there's a corkscrew at that part right there. It just looks like you're just going over the track there for, like, a tunnel. It don't even look like it. Shut up! Don't care what you have to say. And enough about people like sharing their advice about the virus that shall not be named. YouTube! And also something I didn't really like about this build too much is that I had the fences too close, like, to each other and stuff, and I needed to actually have, like, the fences, like, inside the structure and stuff like that, but I didn't really do a good job, like, really keeping it into the structure and stuff. I definitely, like, when I edit this coaster, I'm definitely gonna have to make sure it looks a lot better than that, and a corkscrew, too. Doesn't even, like, feel like it's a corkscrew, it just feels like a sideways airtime over there. You know, actually, I was planning on doing the next episode today, but apparently Max said that he had to go to his uncle's house something like that, but he said that he definitely should be able to do one next week, though, so hopefully that definitely is not a lie, and he'll definitely be able to do yeah, I don't like that at all, but you just started streaming, you got any advice? Well, definitely stream on a good streaming device, that's for certain. Make sure you talk to your chat and interact with your chat and stuff like that, and maybe like play music and stuff like that, and your stream stuff like that, just so like you can have at least something like playing in the background and stuff like that. And if you have like a face cam or a good mic, stuff like that, it's definitely also recommended that you have those stuff as well. And yeah, that's just kind of like the simple advice, stuff like that. There's probably other advice I could give you, but you need to also like you can ask like questions, stuff like that, to like your chat at some points as well. What advice? I was just giving you some advice. Looks like someone wasn't listening. Alrighty, so now our next suggestion show is now we showed the original Steel Vengeance there. Now I gotta show our reborn version of it. And the reborn version of it, it does also have its flaws too, but it's definitely a lot better. Like the freaking roof designs are just incredibly good. Like that's like a really cool roof design. Like all like the torches all around the ride and stuff. The SVR like in the middle of the station and stuff. There's so many torches everywhere. Another like SVR and like the really cool like epic logo and entranceway and the like the station design too. The station design too is also like really cool as well. I love how I designed that. Very, very unique, like the station design there. Very, very cool. And let's give you guys a nice 3.5-minute long ride for Steel Vengeance Reborn. So, original Steel Vengeance has nice form versions, you guys know, right? Well, I somehow was able to get the ability to get 10 inversions on this thing. So yeah. So it starts off with like a little kind of like a little copper-edge checkpoint there, like where it goes out of the station, kind of like with like a corkscrew there. Like right off the bat, like a slow like heartline roll. That's what you call it. I have made Jersey Devil Coaster and I did show it off already in this video, and you missed that part. What if you don't have any people watching? Do you still have to talk to chat? Well, no. You could probably just focus on what you're doing. If you like making like a coaster or something like that, you could probably just you can talk to yourself or something like that, or you can just like have music playing in the background. Maybe like if somebody was willing to come on your stream or something, you can go and talk to them then. So yeah, like what's really cool about that drop, it doesn't go at a 90-degree angle drop. It goes over a 90-degree angle drop. It's like a 95-degree angle drop for a Reborn version. You have this humongous, like, huge airtime hill part there, and then, like, the Reborn version goes in this humongous, like, instead of just, like, kind of curving over and going to the next sideways airtime hill, it goes into this, like, humongous, like, big inversion here. It's a really cool, like, big inversion that's about as, like, about the height of, like, that, that's Maverick's angle hill descent, and yes, indeed. Then you go into our sideways airtime hill here, get a nice view of, like, the original Steel Vengeance there. And you go down, 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 down. A little slow there, but at least it stays on the track, though. And like, I also like the like airtime hill stuff like that too, are a lot bigger and stuff. Usually it would just kind of like go up in a little airtime hill, and then it would go up and over. But then you go like in like you go in an inversion over there, which is another action inversion. Then you go into inversion, and you go straight into another inversion after that. And this inversion actually made a lot better than I did in the original Steel Vengeance. Like Steel Vengeance Reborn is like a much better version in my opinion, definitely. And it does the inversions correctly this time too. See, it actually goes under the track there and stuff. It's very nice, very nice. So another like kind of like big low to the ground airtime hill there, and then it goes into another like quick a sweeping through corkscrew. Pretty nice. Then it goes up until your mid-course kind of brake run area, which doesn't really slow you down whatsoever. Obviously, as we know, the people who have ridden Steel Vengeance in real life, it slows you down there a little. Oh, you really pick up your speed really quickly though. After that, though, get an epic view of like the drop there, up, down. I forget what inversion this is, but does that. And then, like instead of like you just kind of like going up and curving down, you go up into an inversion for the structure. Like that. That's a crazy moment right there. And you're going through all these crazy layers of like supports and stuff like that. Sideways hill there, and then it goes out in a corkscrew. Whee! Wow! Fun times. And then here you get, instead of like going into like another corkscrew there, I could have had 11 versions, but yeah, I wanted there to be like at least 10. So I did 2 airtime hills there instead, and then it curves back into like the structure here just for like a little bit. And the problem is like this whole like part here, like with like the inversion stuff like that, just stay like in the structure. But I didn't really design it like that though, which is kind of like a little annoying, not gonna lie. But it's still decent though. I still did a decent job, I would say. To get like those funny little like, so like the bunny hops still are like all like these like really like quick like little hops of airtime and stuff like that. One last inversion to finish your ride up. That's your 10th inversion right there. Go up, and you're finally losing some speed, and then that's Steel Vengeance Reborn. Really proud of this Reborn crazy version of Steel Vengeance. I love it so freaking much. I'm so damn proud of it. Definitely like my second or third favorite Reborn coaster in the world. It might be my second favorite. I don't know. It's hard to decide between Millennium Force Reborn and this one, but yeah, this is the size of the Reborn version. That's normal version. This is about like freaking times 3 the amount of like space it takes up than Steel Vengeance does. Like goodness gracious, it's crazy big and crazy awesome. I have to say, you see how like it just kind of like slowly kind of dips in there a little bit. It's probably not really a 95-degree angle, so it's probably more of a 92-degree angle. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think it actually goes down 95-degree angle. It's probably like 92, but it does go over 90 degrees though, definitely. Goes over that 90 degrees. Alrighty, so now we got Raging Bull. Ooh, Raging Bull. I like that. Raging Bull has been such like a classic like B&M hyper. I always get to ride a couple of times when I always visit Six Flags Great America every now and then. Such a nice classic B&M hyper coaster. It's probably actually one of my favorite B&M hyper coasters out there. Since like the B&M hyper that I've ridden like so many times. And the funny thing is like I built in like a couple of Raging Bulls indeed. Like the first ever Raging Bull I believe I made was like in my other world that I have on this realm, and that's like my most I think it's like my most popular like coaster like video on my channel besides all Six Flags Great America coasters in Minecraft. And this logo actually design here was actually copied from that original Raging Bull logo that I did. So that's a little fun fact there. So this has been like in my original like this logo is actually copied from the original Raging Bull build. Pretty cool. But yeah, this year did not look like this before. There was like a crappy version of it that I uploaded to YouTube, but I think like in around New Year's actually. I think in like 2018. A little fun fact there. And then I did probably around some point in 2019, I fully decided to go and edit it, and obviously now it looks a whole lot better. Like the elements look a lot more smooth, like the curved airtime hills look amazing, and the curved elements and like the curved loop around and stuff, going to the mid-course area. I remember I didn't really do a good job making like this low to the ground moment like very well, but like the curve around there looks a lot better now, and like going like sweeping all around there, like low to the ground there. It's like a whole lot better now, and then even like the station designs too as well. It's like really improved. Like the station looks almost like exactly like how it looks in like real life, and even the station's curved too. Because apparently I had to have the track curved for like going for the ride. Yeah. You got both 1999 B&M hypers in your world. Yeah, I do. So slowly kind of crawling out of the station, I'm assuming you mean a Apollo's Chariot and a Raging Bull. Yeah, slowly kind of goes out there. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like I wanted to like make sure like the only like orange kind of like fences that are kind of close, because like the supports at the side were like orange obviously. So I had to use Acadia stairs and Acadia fences and stuff like that to kind of protect it. Yeah, but you suggested Apollo's Chariot, I remember. And he also suggested that coaster over there as well. Which is also one I need to edit at some point. Goodness me. But yeah, I always love like going like that drop into the tunnel and stuff, and going to like that big awesome curve around. I love now like in real life too, like the curve around is like pretty close to like max force, and you should get a nice view of max force. Pretty epic, not gonna lie. Yeah, also looking at that much better looking drop too. All those levers attaching to it at the side. Goodness gracious. I probably should put the levers behind the truck since I know I could do that. Apparently in the past I didn't really know that was a thing, but yeah. What is with me suggesting original B&M's first Iron Wolves than Apollo? I don't know. I guess you like B&M apparently. B&M's has made some pretty good coasters. Oh yeah. More stupid advertisements. Yeah, Raging Bull, like, a little funny fact, like, that part there, like, obviously you see it interferes with Demon a little bit there, just because I was trying to, like, to edit Demon, and apparently Demon, I had to edit Demon in a way, like, it wouldn't, like really interfere with Raging Bull again, and I'm glad I was able, like, to be able, like, to fit, like, the ride in there, like, just barely, but it sucks that, like, the curve around the back corner there interferes with Demon's station, but at least it's still like you can still ride Demon nicely though, without like really having like anything like massively like interfering with it though. A good thing like interfering with though, it's not like really interfering with any like parts of like the ride itself. It's just interfering with its station, which is not too bad though. Yeah, Raging Bull though, I've done like 3 recreations of this, I believe. The first one is my most popular one that I did. The second one I think is my second most popular, and the updated version though I believe it's got a couple of views, and definitely got a lot of like good praise from the updated version. And yeah, I really like my updated version a lot too. Iron Wolf was on one of them. Yeah, Iron Wolf's not a great coaster from what I heard of. Any stand-up coaster's not that great. That's all I have to say about stand-up coasters. Like, stand-up coasters just suck. They're bad. And even the cool thing was they kind of like copied like the design on like the exit too from Raging Bull a little bit, like how it kind of goes out under like the station there and kind of like goes around. Then in this part of the state, in this part, like the waiting lane here, I kind of just made on my own. But like that, like first kind of part of the exit, where it curves around and stuff like that, I designed that on my own. I've gotten a Green Lantern and I didn't like it at all. I don't like stand-up coasters at all. They're not mine. They're definitely not my type of coaster. Riddler's Revenge. Well, I've gotten a rid. I rode Green Lantern at Great Adventure. I didn't get to ride Riddler's Revenge in Magic Mountain because they were building Battle Metropolis at the time, and apparently you can't like make the construction like be able like to lead over to the entranceway to that coaster and be able to ride it. So I wasn't able to ride Full Throttle or the stand-up coaster when I was at Magic Mountain, which sucks. 2 coaster credits that I missed on. And also, of course, now I'm missing on West Coast Racers credit too. Yes, sirree. Alrighty, that's all the coasters that I have on this suggested list. I have about like an hour or so left that I could go ahead and show off some coasters to y'all, and you guys can suggest some more. Anyone else here in the chat would like to go and suggest any coasters to me? In the meantime, I also just go you guys a little quick look-see at my parkour map that I made. Just gonna get a quick fly over it. It's based off the parkour map Skylands of this server called Nineplex. It's a really good classic parkour map in this game called Dragon Escape. The heck is that? Why is my tempo broken up a little bit? Excusez-moi. Uh-oh. I didn't know I did this around here. Reading about this coaster that it goes fast upward apart and it slows down in the downwards parts. Mega Evolution? Oh great, you want me to ride a 12-minute long coaster? Oh goodness me. Seems like some bad things happened to this coaster while I have not been checking on it. Oh my. Some lava has leaked out in some places. Yikes. Okay, we can't allow this. Get out of F1. Let's see. A barrier block there. That'll probably suffice for that. Kill me. Doesn't like the hole still exist there and stuff? I think like the hole should still be there. That's weird how the water's like. It's kind of weird how the lava's just flooding out of nowhere. Yeah, see, there's still the hole there. I'm not sure why it just flooded out of nowhere there. Guess maybe somebody wanted to make the parkour a little bit more difficult, but that's not how I designed my parkour. Cursed. Yeah, so it should, like, the lava should just flow into, like, its little holes there and stuff. Weird. Weird. Why is this, like, all the way up there? That's strange. Give me a second, guys. I'm just fixing something really quickly. So, in the meantime, does anyone else have any other coasters they'd like to suggest to me? Mega Evolution's our next coaster suggestion. My amazing 12-minute long coaster that isn't as good as Legendary Evolution, but it's still pretty good, though. Love it. Yeah, how did like this lava even get here and stuff like that? Like, goodness me. Why does lava work so weird in Minecraft? There we go. Much better. I think this is okay too. Someone's deciding to go and break some of my blocks and stuff like that. And replacing some of my blocks. I would do something like this. Maybe somebody thought it'd be a smart idea to do that because, you know, am I destroying the parkour? I'm not destroying the parkour. Someone else was messing with it. I'm just fixing it because I'm probably gonna forget to fix it later, and I don't want to forget to fix it. There's this here apparently. There's a hole there that's not supposed to be there. Adventure Express, one of my most recent Kings Island coasters that I made. Okay, we can go put that down. Sorry you guys had to witness that. Mega Evolution. I have a lot to say about Mega Evolution. Goodness me. Describe the ride in detail while I'm riding through it and stuff. You know, little things that I see that I don't like. Yep, our classic barrier block that Mario never noticed was there is still there. And I can't do parkour, whatever. Oh, the classic barrier block that's still there that gave Mario Master such a hard time. And these jumps also gave him a hard time too. At least that jump's easy enough. The freaking fleet block up jumps are annoying. Alrighty, let's go all the way over here. You gave me a hard time? I mean, I gave you a hard time. Don't you not have Minecraft Java Edition, Anthony? There you go. So Mega Evolution ride is definitely, I kind of wanted to keep like the original kind of like logo design there, like the Mega Evolution, how I designed the logo there, just to like as memories, as like so Mega Evolution, it still has like the same layout and stuff like that, but I made it look a lot better like eventually at some point. And like I think Black Hawk Visual remembers like the streams that I did like to go and make sure like the ride looks a whole lot better. Even though it did take a lot of time to edit this darn thing, it definitely looks a whole lot freaking better now, and I really like how the new version of it looks. Glad I really like decided like to go and like spend that time like to go and like edit this ride. So I even like edited the station as well, like make the station and like the waiting line designs even more cooler. Like I said, I think it was just like woolier stuff for that, but then I put like sea lanterns and like glass like on top of it and stuff, and like really cool like glass of rainbow designs and stuff. Even this design here is even cool. Like even got like a little bit of like a floating kind of part here, and if you accidentally like jump down, you have like a ladder here. I have to put ladders over here as well. But there's like so much rainbows in the exit as well. It's really cool. And even like the station itself looks pretty cool, with, like rainbows on the ceiling and like rainbow glass all around. You gotta have all those rainbows. We love our rainbows. Alright, I guess without further ado, let's ride our 12-minute long coaster, Mega Evolution. Based off of obviously Mega Evolution Pokemon. The only really like the thing that like kind of represents the Mega Evolution part is just the Mega Evolution symbol there as a logo. That's my main part, like the logo. Why are you making me want me to look at your Instagram posts all the time during my streams? Yeah, Anthony, killing me here. Why is your post? Okay, you just took a picture of you, playing Fortnite. Whatever game that is. It's so cute, your face. Oh, that's Elijah, actually. Hold up. That might have been you. I don't know. Yeah, it was you. Okay, why'd you take a picture of you playing a game? Weirdo. Anyways, once in a while, Anthony was distracting me there. So the first part of the ride is just like a beginning kind of part of the ride, nothing too special about it. But then after that, it, like the area started getting like unique and like crazy and stuff like that. So like this is like kind of a Batman the Ride themed area, like in the beginning, like where it goes into an inversion and goes into a corkscrew and it goes into like another like big inversion after that, and then once it goes to that big inversion, it goes into. And this part here is not really themed after Batman, but the first part there of like the inversions and stuff like that is themed after Batman, and the support designs are my own design. Then I was like gonna curve around, like kind of slows you down up there as to switch down. This means you can get Java Edition on. Good for you. If you want me to invite you to my world, you gotta tell me your Minecraft username though. Turtle! Moderator! Like video now. And this really cool moment in like the ride too, like where like the final scorcher that leads into the dive coaster area, like you go in between like and go right next to like an element of Legendary Evolution, you go in between like the loop there too. It's a really cool part of the ride there. I really like that a lot. So go into our third lift hill out of the 10 lift hills in this ride, and slow curve over to the side, kind of like how a dive coaster would do, and then drop. And I really like how I designed this area here, like when I revamped it, because I really like the unique support design there. Like that's like a really cool support design there, of like the X and stuff like that, and like the hefty like structure like holding it up. And that's like a really cool support design. I really like how I did that a lot with like the inversion and stuff. Very, very freaking cool. And like that, and then like the tight curve around after that as well, and even like the supports kind of dashing to the side there as well. It's a very cool kind of like. So it's definitely like reminiscent of Val Raven at Cedar Point, but just like a little bit like a smaller scale though, and it was like some cooler looking supports and stuff. Kind of feels like industrialist, like kind of like themed here with like all that cool like kind of support design. You barely kind of like squeeze under that like drop over there, and then you go by your station there for Legendary Evolution, which is pretty cool. Then you curve it to one last little tiny inversion there that you kind of just barely squeeze yourself through. One last little hop of air time there, and then you go into this lift hill that apparently kind of curves up to the side when you're eventually going up it a little bit more, which is interesting. And to answer your question there, the Legendary Shiny Hunter, if you're still here, I have moved on from Ultra Sun and Moon trading streams, so maybe at some point I might just do a special Ultra Sun and Moon giveaway out of nowhere. But that's not anytime soon. I've pretty much moved on to Sword and Shield giveaways, so... But if there, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do an Ultra Sun and Moon trading stream anytime soon again. I've moved on to Sword and Shield. And not many other people really play Ultra Sun and Moon anymore. People have kind of moved on to Sword and Shield mainly. And you get a really cool behind view of Legendary Evolution right there, which is just sick. And these rings before that were kind of lame design, but I love like the ring design now too. These are like really cool rings you kind of go for and stuff like that. So there's like some cool parts of the ride, like where you go for like a bunch of rings and stuff like that. And then you like go above like the insanely fast like launch track for Legendary Evolution right there, and you get a really epic view of it. Then like you go under like this like uphill like track there, and then it leads back to the station. And you go up by this like Millennium Force kind of like a Fury 325 kind of combined themed part of the ride here. So this is the Giga Coaster kind of like themed part of the ride, which also has like the cool like black kind of Mega Evolution like logo like at the side of it, which you'll get like a look at once we get to like over to that part of the ride over there. But yeah, you get like this big humongous sweeping drop. You get a nice view of like the dive coaster part of Legendary Evolution. Very cool, not gonna lie. I love it. And I also get a nice view of like the really steep part in Legendary Evolution there as well. And this curve around there like is really nice with like going around like the big like kind of like Cobra Roll kind of like element there. Not really like Cobra Roll, but it's kind of like the Cobra Roll though. Yeah, really nice big close-up view of like the dive coaster. Is so epic. And we go into a nice tunnel. Then we go this big, humongous air time hill there, which leads into like kind of like a backwards curve around, like a tight backwards curve around that goes into a drop, kind of like Fury 325 does. That's why I kind of said it's a Fury 325 and Millennium Force, kind of like a bind themed area, like the big curve around, like drop there and stuff. And you get also a nice view of like and then in this part of the ride here, you get to go like right in like the Goliath like Legendary Evolution kind of recreation there, which is really cool. Like going to the track there. And here's the part where you get to go into the structure, which is pretty epic, not gonna lie. Yeah, I really like that moment a lot. Where'd you come up with Mega Evolution and Legendary Evolution? You mean like where did I get the idea of it? I don't really know where I came up with the idea of these coasters. I just like I was thinking like what's like a cool name I can think of like a cool like really long coaster, and I felt like Mega Evolution like would be kind of like a cool one to do, like of like just like it's like it's like an evolution of like the coasters that I've made over time, and like kind of like buying like some coasters and like into all like one big ride, like an evolution and stuff. And Legendary Evolution is like I was planning like to make a 20-minute long coaster, like have a big project. And I was feeling like, well, I kind of wanted to keep like the evolution name in there, but I wanted like to be like a better sounding word than Megas, and I thought legendary would be like a much better word, because like now like with my coaster builds are like a lot better now. It's like legendary like moments of like coasters and stuff like that. Like a legendary awesome dive coaster, a legendary awesome like better Joker, or like a wing coaster, inverted coaster, a Giga coaster, a really good inside like structure, like the Rainbow Road kind of theme. And this here is pretty cool with like the volcano design too, of like the lava and like little stone spikes kind of like from the ceiling and stuff like that. It's an interesting volcano. Interesting volcano design, but yeah, like, and then eventually like shoot out of the volcano. I like a Mega Evolution like has like a cool like inside mode, like where you go into a volcano and then you shoot out of it. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. And you get like an awesome view of like the Giga Coaster part for Legendary Evolution. So yeah, that's kind of like the inspirations I kind of got for like the Mega Evolution and Legendary Evolution name, if that's kind of like a good explanation. Like Mega Evolution was just kind of like an evolution of like all like the coaster stuff like that I made, like the building skills at the time and stuff. So it's just like it's an okay evolution, but then Legendary Evolution is like a even like big evolution like of the coasters and stuff. Not sure if I'm gonna have another like evolution coaster after Mega Evolution or Legendary Evolution anytime soon, but Mega Evolution and Legendary Evolution are pretty cool ones, so I'm not gonna lie. And I love how I designed like that spiral lift and stuff like that, like the big curve around leading into like the volcano. That's really cool. I really love how I did that. And of course, obviously, it shoots you out of the volcano eventually. And here's our Joker part of the ride here. Yep, Joker. Recreation of Joker, but in Mega Evolution colors. Yeah, yes. I think we're on our 7th lift hill. Yeah. Oh boy, what are you watching? But yeah, so I think like when I was making the Joker here, I was kind of like making it, basing it off of like, so now like actually for this Joker, I actually have like the track on the right parts and stuff like that, and now actually like the waving track looks like a lot better and stuff. Glad I did that. And, like, of course, like all like so like like the airtime bells and stuff like that are like triangle like airtime bells stuff like they don't look good whatsoever. Like the curve around's like really like rusty curve around and stuff like that. But now like they have smooth like over the hill like hills and stuff, and it looks like really good now. Really proud of it a lot. And this is kind of like the Raging Bull kind of themed area with like not like the really steep lift hill or anything. Get a nice view of Ghost Rider, and you get the nice view of Goliath dive coaster and the steep one over there. And yeah, this is our 8th lift hill here. We got like a drop that's pretty much themed to like the Raging Bull kind of drop there. Yep, exactly, kind of like the Raging Bull drop. And you go up into this pretty cool moment here, like where you go like in between like the loop there for Legendary Evolution, which is awesome. And then yep, there's a cool view of the steep part there. And yeah, there's like the black Mega Evolution symbol there. Pretty sick, sick indeed. So go all the way up and go all the way down into these nice big wavy tunnels and stuff. Go up, down, up, down, up, curve over. You go under like the inverted coaster for Legendary Evolution. Thanks for the comment, by the way, LTC Life. We're working on this amusement park for actually, coming to think of it, on May 27th, my park's gonna have its 3-year anniversary. So just in 11 days, my park's gonna be 3 years old. Just think about that for a second. This amusement park world has been up for 3 years. Goodness gracious. I mean, not 3 years yet, but almost 3 years. May 27th was when I started Space Mountain, a building shim nothing was in the world. Just like a Space Mountain entranceway or something. Wasn't even that great. Wow. Park's been up for around almost 3 years, guys. We'll have to have that anniversary very soon. This is like the really cool moment, like where like obviously this wouldn't like really make sense in real life unless you have like a little bit of like a launch area leading up to this loop here, but like the big humongous loop that goes all the way like over like the Mega Evolution logo that goes behind it and stuff. There's like also a really cool part of the ride, like where like the gold and the rainbow colors come from. Your track changes from black and gray to a rainbow track with gold supports, and you're gonna be going up that small Tafo Dragster structure there. So this is a launching lift hill, the 10th lift hill, which is you all the way up to the top. Get an amazing view of Fury 325 right there. Very awesome view of it. And then twist over to the side really quickly. It's like another kind of launching area, like this cool yellow and black streaks. And launches all the way up this bad boy here. Not really like big. It's kind of like the height of like accelerator or something like that, I would say. Like 200 or so feet kind of going up in the air. Not really like that big. Like it's not as big as Red Forest, Tafo Dragster, King God, or definitely Legendary Evolution. But it's still pretty awesome. Not like a mini kind of little like a Tafo Dragster. Too long. Same with that Legendary Evolution. You suggested it, Blackhawk. Your fault. And it goes all the way back down. And before, like, the ride ended off really weirdly, but I didn't really like how it ended off. So I added, like, a whole new, it's like, this whole part here was actually, like, when I edited the ride. I added, like, a whole new, like, new part to the ride just to make it feel like it's realistic in some way. Because, like, it was just, like, some weird tight curve around and we went back to the station. But I wanted to, like, feel like it launch over and then you get, like, a little bit more of, like, the ride, like, kind of like how Accelerator does, like, it launches you over and you have, like, some curve around and stuff like that before you end off the ride. Yeah, I like that. Snap, and it goes right next to the Mega Evolution logo, and then into the station. And that would be your 12-minute long ride on Mega Evolution. Oh, wow. Long ride indeed, but an awesome one. Get going for an adventure of amazing, amazing designs and stuff like that I edited. And yeah, our tallest... I think like this ride used to be like a good like 110 blocks tall, but I think now its tallest point has decreased, but it's still in the hundreds though. Yeah, so I think this ride used to be like 110 blocks tall, but I shortened the height down to 102, just like the Toffle Dragster would work well with it. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy about it. Legendary Evolution's definitely a lot better, but Mega Evolution also is really amazing. Always love checking out that coaster. Alrighty, Anthony suggested Adventure Express, and then after that I don't have any other coaster suggestions, so if any of you guys would like to suggest me another coaster to go and ride, that'd be the time to do so. I'm only going to be showing off coasters for, if it's about 9:40 now, I'm playing this end of stream at 10:15 Central Standard Time, my time. That would mean I got 35 minutes left to show off coasters. Alrighty, I probably once I'm done riding Adventure Express, I only have about half an hour left to go ride some more coasters for y'all. So we could like do like we take up like 20 minutes of that half an hour of Legendary Evolution, but I'm not sure you want to do that. Might want to like, or we could spend that last like 30 or so minutes riding just a couple other like random coasters too. You'd like to see me ride. Alrighty. Too bad like Adventure Express is kind of far away from Mega Evolution, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's definitely some distance away. Gotta go all the way over here. Going over to Orion Reborn, and there's a pathway that it connects over to Adventure Express over here. So Adventure Express is the second most recent coaster that I made in my Minecraft world. And yeah, I was actually really pleased with this recreation, definitely. Because it was definitely not easy to make whatsoever. Like, I first obviously did the entranceway there, that's what I began off with. Then I started doing a layout, just a normal like flat layout, and I had to go and elevate it, stuff like that. And once it was done elevated, I had to go work on like all the tunnels and stuff like that. And once the tunnels were done, I believe I then started working on, I believe I started working on the station then next after that, and I worked on like the waiting line and the exit, and then once I was done with that, I worked on getting like, I probably like, so like I did like say I did actually just in the tunnels, and then I went on the station, I went on the exit, then the went on exit, and then like the entrance, the waiting line obviously, and then then I worked on doing all those supports and stuff like that, and then after supports I believe I did some lighting and stuff, and I think after that I just did some little few extra details like here and there, and then Adventure Express was done. Adventure Express is a really nice recreation. I really like this. I'm really glad I was able to not give up and like persevere and get this thing done. And let's go give it a ride. If you want to go check out my PO video of it, it's uploaded about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I believe, at this point. But yeah, it's one of my most recent coaster builds. Obviously, my most recent one is the Christian coaster, but this is the most recent Kings Island coaster. How about that? Alrighty, without further ado, let's go give it a ride. Why not? Riding some of my most recent Kings Island coasters, stuff like that. I like looking back at some of my most recent ones, because this one's actually really, really nice. I'm really glad this came out like really nice. Very, very good. Why is the music stopped? You let me video pause. Yes, I'm gonna continue watching. Yeah, sorry I missed part of the tunnel there. Did I put the music too? Seriously. Play the music! Okay, hold up, I'm gonna restart. I don't want. I want you guys to see like all the tunnels and stuff like that, and like the ride and stuff. I'm not gonna let video pausing music bullcrap interrupt that. Nope. I'm gonna go as soon as we're done with Adventure Express. Ow. Okie dokie. Guess we won't have Blackhawk Vision suggesting me to ride any more coasters now. So if anybody else would like to go suggest some coasters, that'd be very appreciated. Track is out. Nah, and it really isn't out. So, what could I talk about for Adventure Express? Adventure Express was interesting to make, definitely. Well, fun fact about this ride is that I really felt Indiana Jones music fitted the ride really well, and like since I was listening to like the Indiana Jones theme over and over again, it convinced me like eventually just to go watch the Indiana Jones movies again. So I watched the first, second, and third movie. I haven't watched like the fourth movie yet. That was made like a while back ago, like when the original three were made. When Harrison Ford got a lot older, obviously. But yeah, and also use Raider March theme for like the official PewDie video of the rides, because I felt Indiana Jones theme kind of really felt, because like we're going for an adventure, and the Indiana Jones theme really like kind of fits it a lot. Probably my favorite besides that one coaster suggestion quiz I won. Where did that one go? I'm probably gonna be doing one of those coaster suggestion streams when I actually hit 2.5k. Probably, yeah, I know. Sorry about the problems. I really did want to do this video though, because I really wanted to go back and look at some of my coasters stuff like that. And it was really good looking back at the coasters and stuff, and even like these like most recent ones that I made. It's good to look back at the recreations and stuff. Yeah, this ride was like really challenging to make though. Like the layout was not easy to do. Like since like there's like a bunch of like trees around and stuff like that. Which I was able to do the layout though, but then doing the elevations for the layout was not easy. But I actually was able to do that too, obviously. And then after I was done about the elevation stuff, doing the tunnel details, like some tunnels were not that bad. Like that tunnel over there, like the last tunnel was not that bad. But like the second tunnel is a little difficult, but not that bad. But this tunnel here is ridiculous. I hated doing this tunnel, but I'm glad at least I kind of got a decent design kind of in the end. Though, and obviously I don't like the moving up and down fist and stuff like that though. But I'm not good at redstone commands and stuff. And obviously my statue guy up there is not the greatest, but with the space that I had with the tunnel and stuff like that, it was like the best that I was able to do already. Don't judge me. You know, it looks okay though. It doesn't look horrible. Definitely not. But yeah, tough the tunnels are really difficult. Doing the station though, there was some parts of the station that were a little hard to like define like the parts of it and stuff. But the station wasn't all that bad. And doing the waiting line too was kind of interesting, because what's interesting about Adventure Express, like the waiting line, like part of it's like in the tunnel. Like and like it's like all like overcased and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But it was a little difficult like to do though, like the tunnels and stuff like that. But it is weird how like Adventure Express kind of ends off with a lift, so there's like nothing really else after that. But Adventure Express is still like a really cool, unique kind of like family ride. Got the recreation of it, and it turned out to be like really good. And yeah, I was very very pleased with Adventure Express. Alright, we got half an hour left exactly now to go ride some other coasters. Does anybody else here in the chat would like to suggest any more coasters? If we don't have any other coaster suggestions, then I'll just go ride Legendary Evolution. But if anybody else here would be willing like to go look at some of my coasters, I want to see some specific coasters of some kind, I can go. You can go suggest them right now. Completely be able to do so. Gosh, I really do like how Adventure Express turned out, like of all the elevations and stuff like that. Like I completely had like to make like an elevation of like the landscaping and stuff like that. Like as you can see, like the station's like highly leveled up and stuff like that. It's about like as tall like the station like roof, like as like the tunnel roof of like the lift till there. Lots up to leading to the station. You can see like this is on the ground here, but then like it elevates up to like the grass and stuff like that, like the elevations and stuff like the trees everywhere and stuff. It turned out just like all so like amazingly well. I'm just really glad it all turned out great. Does anyone else got any other coaster suggestions? Nobody else? Any other coastal suggestions? Sorry I'm asking a lot, but that's literally what this whole video is about. You guys suggesting me coasters, and then I go and talk about it a little bit. Hope also you guys have learned some stuff about these like coasters that I've been showing off and talking about for a good like 3 hours or so now. Hope you guys are liking it. Sorry, I'm having an itchy nose too. Sorry for rubbing my nose, it's a little weird, but my nose is being a little itchy right now. You're good. You don't want to suggest anything to me, Tyler? Probably don't want to suggest anything because you don't know most of my coasters. Sadly. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna be flying over to Legendary Evolution and riding that one just to pass up the stream time. We got no other suggestions. Nobody else here. This is your chance to talk now. Like I'm completely available for any suggestions. That's true. Know you too well. I hope you guys here want to suggest anything else. I believe I'm watching the stream. You're watching the stream, Tyler, and 2 other random people are watching the stream. Don't know who those two other people are. Oh, maybe those other people will talk up. Maybe ask for a suggestion. But if that's not the case, I'll just go ride Legendary Evolution and end off the video there. I had to stream off a little early. Because I want to go look back at my Legendary Evolution build anyway, since like Legendary Evolution is really, really good. I really like my Legendary Evolution build a lot. And since we were Mega Evolution, it feels fair that you have to ride like the better version of it too, you know? Just feels completely fair. So I guess in the end of the stream here, we were able to ride, let's see which coasters we got to ride. I made a list of them, so we went over and ride Adventure Express, and we're gonna write down, and Legendary Evolution. There we go. Alright, so the coasters we got to ride today were Diamondback, The Beast Reborn, Steel Curtain, Batman the Ride, Fury 325, Ghost Rider, King of Ka, Vortex, El Toro, Intimidator 305, Goliath, Wooden Bay 10, Orion, West Coast Racers, Millennium Force Reborn, Jersey Devil Coaster, Accelerator, Firehawk, Banshee, The Beast, Mystic Timber, Steel Vengeance Reborn, Raging Bull, Mega Evolution, Adventure Express, and Legendary Evolution. So that's a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 coasters. We didn't make it to the 30. Now I kind of want to make it to 30. I'm going to have to, like, since I have some stream time left after Legendary Evolution, I want to get up to 30 coasters. Which one should I ride, though? Actually, I got a good one in mind. We'll ride Space Mountain. Space Mountain is the one that started off this whole world in general. Might as well ride that one and then end it off with. Alright, Legendary Evolution. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm not gonna go for the waiting line. The waiting line's this cool, like, rainbow wool, like, a big, like, a back and forth waiting line there. Pretty colorful. A little bright, not gonna lie. Station here is very, like, kind of, like, reminiscent. Definitely, like, I kind of, like, based the Mega Evolutions, the updated station off of the Legendary Evolution one. Like, how even down in here, like, you have, like, this big box. There's rainbows everywhere. I love my rainbow glass, yo. Very cool. Very nice. Makes for like a really cool effect. Alrighty, I guess without further ado, I guess we're gonna be showing off Tyler, our amazing 20-minute long coaster. And also, any of you guys like the coasters that I've shown off in this video, it'd be extremely appreciated if you would go like look up the PoE videos of them that I did, and like just go leave a like or something like that, or leave like a good comment or something like that. That'd be like extremely appreciated. I'd really appreciate that a lot. Cause you know, I like when you guys like go leave likes on my videos and like go check out some of my like coasters that I made and stuff and recreated. Alrighty, let's go into a long explanation of this ride. So Legendary Evolution, like one day I was just kind of feel like Mega Evolution, like it's okay and all, but like I feel like we should get like a better like a looking coaster like going around the ride and stuff like that. Because I think of it like two like really long coasters like intertwining of each other would be like really epic, and gosh damn, it did turn out really epic. And I didn't really have like a layout design or anything that I really had in mind, because usually like when I make layouts for like coasters like this, like custom design coasters, I just kind of make them as I go. Like even like for the coaster, the one I made recently, it was like just one of those coasters like I didn't really have anything in mind. I just kind of like kept building and eventually I came up with a cool final result, and it came out really nicely, and my mom really liked it. And definitely that was the case with this coaster too, but I still wanted to keep like the same like fact like with Mega Evolution, like where it would have 9 unique lift hill areas, and then at the end it would have like a launching part at the end, and the launching part would be like this like. But for Legend Evolution, I wanted the launching part to be like the tallest coaster in the world, and I also wanted to like make sure there's like some parts of this world like where we had maybe like the most inversions, like since there's so many versions in this coaster, this coaster has the most inversions of any coaster in the world, so there's like about 30 or so versions on this coaster, I believe. And there's like some kind of like based like there's like coasters kind of like based off of this ride. Like this part of the ride here is like a full blown out like recreation of Goliath. The Mega Evolution, I kind of had like a Batman the ride kind of part of the ride for the second lift up. But this one I have like an RMC like before. For Mega Evolution, there wasn't even a wooden coaster kind of part of the ride, or like an RMC kind of part. But for freaking Legendary Evolution though, we had a whole like wooden coaster area though, which is pretty cool. And after like the wooden coaster area, it stays into a steel coaster for the rest of the ride though. But that's cool, like it kind of transforms to like a wooden coaster there for a second. But that's the only like wooden coaster part of the ride though. And then we go up to our custom design dive coaster, and like I said, like I also like to keep in mind, like since like I was designing this like around Mega Evolution stuff like that, I had to make sure like the elements would like fit around like the ride stuff like that, and make sure I didn't like intertwine with the ride. So I had to make sure I had to design elements like big enough with stuff like that to make sure it didn't like I actually like to put them around like in the right location, stuff like that, so like it works around with the ride. And this part's cool here, like how it goes into like a big, humongous, like really unique Copa roll, like in the middle of like a big, humongous curve around with Mega Evolution, like from like the big drop over there. And what's cool about this Copa roll, like it doesn't like avert 2 times over and kind of goes back under. Like it goes up on the one over there, and then it goes forward that direction, which is really unique. I don't know how I came up with that design, but it definitely worked out really nicely though. And then this part here, it goes all the way up into another inversion here, which actually, like, the supports actually have to go through the support structure of Mega Evolution, which is kind of interesting there, not gonna lie. And then we go into this big sweeping corkscrew, really nice. And I like that. I mean, I went to like this part of Mega Evolution, like where it goes through like a part of the loop there, but not for Legendary Evolution. We're actually going for the loop itself. And this loop here, I actually kind of got inspiration from to put a loop in the dive coaster area from Yukon Striker, because I made this coaster when Yukon Striker was like a new thing at the time. So pretty cool. And then you get like a nice, this is where you kind of get like a cool little view, like you can see Hang Time in the background there, there's Ghost Rider over there, you get Accelerator, and then like 3325 a little bit there, like if this like one last little turnaround in the dive coaster area. Go for like the supports under here, make them like big enough so like the car can like fit through. Then you go to one last little airtime hill here, and I really like how I did this here, like where it goes into an airtime hill here, and then it flips your car over, and you go into an inverted coaster area. So you can already tell, like, of this kind of coaster, like it's going to like an RMC area, it's going to a dive coaster kind of theme, and now it's flipping your car upside down. This definitely would not work in real life, but it's still like a really cool, like, imaginative coaster, stuff like that. So having like all these like different like coaster like design and stuff like that, like combined in just like the one whole like really long ride. It's really cool, and like there's like tunnels and like low to the ground almost there, like a cool like birchwood design there. And like this, and this cool part of the ride here, you get a nice view of like the Legendary Evolution logo, which I really love my Legendary Evolution logo there. Like I wanted like it to be a lot more like epic and grand like looking than like the boring Mega Evolution logo over there. So I made like the logo out of like rainbow blocks, put like a yellow glass over it just to give like a really cool effect, and then put like a whole Mega Evolution sign on top of it, but it's like full gold and like a circle around it with like rainbow designs there. Really awesome epic design, of course, like with the gold and the glowstone like as a shadowing kind of like with the logo as well. And this here too is our Batman the Ride kind of part of Legendary Evolution for our inverted coaster area. So it takes like the 4th lift hill instead of like a 2nd lift hill and Mega Evolution to get to the Batman the Ride kind of themed area. But this one, instead of like going for like an inversion, twist, and inversion, it goes from inversion to 2 twists, like so you can get like a good view like looking out to the side for Legendary Evolution logo. Sorry, I didn't really show that off, but and then actually this is kind of like pretty much like a full blown out kind of like a recreation of Batman the Ride a little bit, or at least somewhat like it. So then it kind of curves over, like goes into a corkscrew there. There's like a tight curve around over like the Twisted Timbers kind of like pathway there, and then it goes through like your loop again here, and also goes right by the Mega Evolution track there. And then it goes just barely curves over like the tunnel for Mega Evolution there for a second lift hill area. Then you get back to a normal seated position from the inverted coaster. Then you go into your big boy epic Giga Coaster. And the Giga Coaster though is like my second favorite part of the ride. My favorite part of the ride will be this next area coming after it, and you'll know why. I won't spoil it to anybody who hasn't seen Legendary Evolution yet, but definitely go check out the full POV video of this afterwards too, if you would like. I mean, I'm gonna just give you guys a POV video. I think the full POV video kind of like speeds up like some like the drops and stuff like that, and goes for some of the elements a little quicker, stuff like that. But exactly. Actually, yeah, I'm definitely certain that it does that. So you want like a little bit more of a quicker ride experience, and like I'm showing like the full blown out ride experience, like no speeding up whatsoever, since I'm obviously doing this live. So yeah, you go to this big, humongous, crappin', flippin' airtime hill there, and it's like a big, humongous, like, flip and drop, and there's my favorite area there, like the big black encased building there. May seem boring, but it looks boring on the outside, but it's definitely not boring on the inside, that's for certain. I had to go for that big, huge, sweeping airtime hill. You go to like this humongous, just big, normal airtime hill, just going straight over. Then you go to this curve around over here, which actually kind of gives you a little bit of a back view of Typho Dragster Reborn, which is pretty nice. Yep, there's Typho Dragster Reborn right over there. Yes. You guys for 10 likes on the video, by the way. Did we get any new subscribers as well? Just want to check real quickly. I'm not keep subscribing the right to y'all. Nope. We're only getting 1 new subscriber so far this stream, which is not that bad. We're still 6 subscribers away. It's better than 7 subscribers away. I love it. So, alright, what else can we say? So, the Giga Coaster area was definitely fun to design because, like, this area here, like, since it's kind of, like, out of the way from Mega Evolution, obviously you don't see much of Mega Evolution for this part here, like, this part of the ride is just completely kind of away from, the intertwining of Mega Evolution, so I had, like, this big, huge plot of land, so I was able, like, to get, like, so I was able, like, to think of, like, a really, like, big, like, unique design for this area here, so which is really nice. That's why I was able to get a really good big Giga Coaster design here, and you can obviously tell like it came out really nicely, and it's very like it's a really cool unique Giga Coaster. It'd be like an epic Giga Coaster in real life, not gonna lie. So I'm lagging a little bit. Big lag spike there. I forget creative names in my world. When will Flight of Fear building start? Whenever I'm done with Battle Sun Coaster, probably during summer when I'm probably gonna be trying to build the rest of the Kings Island coasters pretty quickly after that. Just want to get them out of the way. So yeah, Flight of Fear probably will begin whenever I finish Battle Sun Coaster and start working on that bad boy. Let's just look at the stream quality. I realize it's lagging a little bit. I apologize about that. So it goes like these nice, like you go for like that curve around there, like over like your big drop, and like go inside like the big main structure and stuff, and then eventually you go for like the one last curve around there, and also you get like a nice view of like the wing coaster area kind of coming up over there. And go for these like 2 sideways, like low to the ground airtime hills here, and you get like your mid-course run over there to go under like the kind of curve drop from it. And then here is the crazy, awesome, amazing, spectacular, astonishing part of the ride. You transform to this like 5-block long like rainbow kind of color track, and I made my own Rainbow Road design. Like I themed this off of Rainbow Road from Mario Kart and put it into the ride. So your track expands, and now you're on like this Rainbow Road kind of like track that like curves and goes like the side stuff like that, like little landscapes, like rainbow color landscapes everywhere, rainbow stars in the sky, light blue skies everywhere, so many sea lanterns everywhere, cool grass floor design of like rivers of like sea lanterns like lighting up the rivers and stuff. You fly by like all the rainbow stars stuff that even go upside down 2 times of the track. You're like, here's like the slow kind of like inverting part there, which was really hard to design, but I was able to finally design it at one point. And then you go. So yeah, so what this part of like the ride here, it loops around like the room and stuff. So eventually it goes into like your big spiral, and it goes out, shoots out of the building there, which is pretty cool. So kind of a little reminiscent of Mega Evolution, like where it kind of like goes around like your building and stuff to eventually like you weave up into like the middle, and you get shoot out like of the middle. But definitely this is a lot more different design from a volcano. It's like a bright rainbow, like rainbow kind of like themed area and stuff. Really cool. And doing like this curve track here was really challenging to do though. Like it was not an easy task to do all that curving track. However, I prevailed, and I was able to do all this curving track. As you can see, I did my best, like doing like the sideways kind of like airtime hills and stuff like that, curving it back and stuff. Wasn't the easiest task ever, but oh, I was able to do it though. And we call that part of the ride the random rainbow launching thingamabob. Because then you go really fast, you go for like the big inversion there that goes right up to like the sky there. The kind of like sky roof design there. Obviously not like the real Minecraft sky. It's just like a sky in the building. And this is the part here where you're starting to go up in the spiral. Yup. Gosh, like doing all like that curving like design and stuff like that though, like it really like taught me like this part of the ride just really like taught me like that I can actually do like curving like rainbow design and stuff. Rainbow Road still gives you nightmares, and of course you got like all like the big landscape stuff there, and there's like a lake in the middle there too, but you can't really see that though. And you're really close to the roof, and then shoot out of the building. And that was the Rainbow Road part of the ride. Best part of the ride, definitely, 100%. So you go, and that's how big the whole building is too. You get like a nice view of like the whole big building. You shoot out of the top of it, and you have like this big, huge like airtime hill that's even taller than Sky Rush, and you go like around Sky Rush, which leads eventually over to the Joker Reborn area. It's really cool. You kind of like launch out of the ride. It goes back to like the gold track, and you go out and you go around Sky Rush and stuff. It's pretty cool. I believe that Rainbow Road section in general, I don't really remember how long that took me to make, but I'm pretty sure that took me about a good 20 to 30 hours or so to make. It was difficult. Definitely making the track was the hardest part. Doing like the landscaping and stuff like that around it, like the hillside stuff like that wasn't that difficult. I remember actually I was making Legendary Evolution at that time when it was Christmas, so yeah, I was working on this ride around December and January. I forget exactly when I got the full POV video out, but I think I got this POV video out around January. It was right, so pretty cool. I think the POV video has gotten about around 400 to 500 views at this point. So I'm glad like so many people have wanted to check out this 20-minute long coaster. Makes me happy. Definitely makes me really, really happy. So also, I just kind of want to like mention something really quickly. We didn't ride any of my mini coasters. We didn't ride any of my Connects coasters. We didn't ride any of Run Connect 16's coasters. We didn't ride any of J-Kid's coasters. And what else did we did not ride? I didn't ride that one coaster, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care about that coaster anymore. I'm trying to think. We didn't ride, I guess we technically didn't ride any, like, Six Flags Fiesta Texas coasters, like Wonder Woman, or Six Flags Mexico, with, like, the Wonder Woman coaster, but those are just, like, one coaster from, like, the parks or something. We didn't ride a couple of Great America coasters, but we did get to ride some Kings Island coasters. We did ride Great America coasters. We rode one of the really good Magic Mountain coasters I had. We rode a couple of Great Adventure coasters. I think for Great Adventure, we rode 3 of the 4 Great Adventure coasters that I have. The only one we didn't ride was Nitro. A fun fact there. And we didn't ride Hershey Park coaster. We didn't ride Sky Rush, the only Hershey Park coaster that I have in this world. Yeah, we definitely didn't ride that one. And we didn't ride any really of the Jokers or anything, which is fair. Jokers are really not that interesting. And we only rode 2 Knott's Berry Farm coasters, Accelerator and Ghost Rider. We didn't ride Hang Time, surprise. I'm surprised nobody suggested that one. And, yeah. So there's a couple of coasters we didn't really get any suggestions from the park. Why the fuck is there a villager down there? That's a little weird. Weird. If you wonder like what this whole layout is, this is like what I imagine to be a crazy version of the Joker at Six Flags Great America. It's like it's a full recreation of it, and I put it into Legendary Evolution, put the LE logo like at the top there. So like I recreated like Goliath and the Joker Reborn into Legendary Evolution. Pretty sick. And then most of like the other stuff, like the dive coaster is my own custom design. The Verticoaster is a little bit based off of Batman the Ride, but it's also still kind of my custom design. Get Coaster is definitely 100% my custom design. Rainbow Road is also my custom design. Actually, for Rainbow Road, I was planning like to just like fully blown out recreate like just the SNES Rainbow Road track, but that didn't end up really working because for some reason I was never able to like really connect the track back right, and it was just annoying living crap out of me, so I decided to give up on it, go play an idea and just do my own Rainbow Road design. And actually, that was a lot better of a choice to do because my own Rainbow Road design came out to be really good. I was really proud of it. I'm not even sure how I'd like get the ride, like to shoot out like the building afterwards, or would just go for like this flat SNES Rainbow Road track. I mean, it was a cool idea though. Like I tried the idea at first. I was laying out stuff like that, and I even made a video saying I'm canceling my SNES Rainbow Road idea, make my own Rainbow Road design. Which I'm really glad I decided to make that decision because it looks a lot better. And yeah, these like towers you go through here are kind of reminiscent of Gatekeeper, but like these really cool pillars that you go through though, which actually look a lot better than Gatekeeper's pillars, in my opinion. Definitely very cool like pillars you go through there and stuff. And then like here, like if you like you can tell like you've ridden the ride so long that you're finally like going like back to the side like of Goliath and stuff like that. You're like, oh, I'm still riding this ride. Like, oh my goodness, ride is like really long. Oy oy oy. I think actually what I'm doing riding Legendary Evolution, I think that actually reach my time that I'm going for this stream, but I'll still ride Space Mountain though, since I want to at least ride 30 coasters, because I feel like 29 coasters is a little weird to kind of end it off with. I want to do 30. So you end up with one last like low to the ground, kind of like roll there, and then you go into the straight up lift hill area of at first this is kind of themed to Takabisha, like that one like the steepest coaster in the world at the time when I was making this, but then since TMNT Soul Racers came out, that's also kind of based off of that, like the really steep drop and stuff. And yeah, I kind of made the supports a little funky for this one. Like this is always like the supports I made for this one. Always I've always found kind of funky, but it's really hard. It's not really like easy to do supports for this, but I don't know if you guys still think the support design is okay. It's not my best support design for Legendary Evolution. But yeah, you can see how like it really goes like in steep. Like it's like a really steep drop there. Like it goes like way into like the structure there. Like that's how steep it is there. Crazy. So you go into like this big, huge corkscrew there, and you go to like this kind of big, kind of like little small milling force kind of like theme curve around. It gives you a nice view of that inverted coaster area there. Go under the track of Mega Evolution. And you do these nice two sideways, these quick sideways like airtime hills, stuff like that, which kind of leads you over to like this curve around area, Mega Evolution, that you'll be going like under. I believe, yeah, you're going under it. Just barely going under it, then you go for like a little bit of a hole through this one too. Yup. And there's our structure that we just went through there. And we go up into this big, nice sweeping corkscrew. And this part of the ride is pretty cool, like how you go like right under your like corkscrew you went through at the beginning of the drop there, and then like it really like kind of like curves around a lot there. Curves here, goes this way, like whips you this way a little bit here, then it whips you back over there. It's like quick like transition this way, then goes back that way really quickly. And then you go under the inverted coaster structure there, which is awesome. I love that. I love this part here. Something that you're previously doing near the beginning, like some last like sideways, kind of like these like even more lower to the ground, and you go to like the last inversion of the ride here, this low to the ground turnaround inversion. It's the last inversion right there, and go to the launching coaster area, and then you pick up some massive amounts of speed. So you go for that big, humongous structure right there. Goodness me. So yeah, it turns to a rainbow structure like how it does for Mega Evolution and Golden Supports. And then we go all the way up this bad boy. Crazy. You're gonna be looping up a while, going up this thing for a while. It's humongous. We're going off the ground, we're going up, going up, going up, going up. We're about to get past Red Force's height. Alright, we just got past Red Force's height. We just got past Tafo Jaxer's height. We just got past Kinga Ka's height. I'm pretty sure now I got past Tafo Jaxer Reborn's height, and now we're all the way up here. The highest moment on a coaster in my world. Insane. And you go for 2 twist downs instead of just 1, because that's how big like the drop is. You gotta go at least for 2 twist downs. Whee! The amount of fall damage you would take out if you're in survival mode would be crazy. Uh-oh. No way. I was wondering if that was gonna happen or not. For some reason that didn't happen to like when someone else was riding my 20-minute long coaster. Because apparently for me, the coaster ride is so long that it kicks you out for being AFK. And for some reason it said I got disconnected, but I know that was an AFK kick right there. Yeah, apparently if you stay on this coaster for around a whole 20 minutes long, you get AFK kicked. Like, ay. This is just creating Ride Six Flags Canada. I mean Ride Six Flags Canada. At least it didn't like AFK kick me when I was going down the drop, because then I would have died probably. But yeah, that is your full 20-minute long ride of not Mega Evolution, Legendary Evolution. So we just did about half an hour of riding both of those coasters. Wow. Goodness gracious, that's just so impressive in my opinion. Alright, well, we're gonna be ending off this showing off coaster streaming. You guys just see coasters me and I talk about them with Space Mountain, the original coaster of this world, the first ever coaster I made in this world. And Space Mountain, personally, I could have done a much better job recreating Space Mountain. Oh, I didn't realize there's a block missing here. I'll go put that there. I could have done definitely a lot better job making Space Mountain, but with the building shows I had at the time though, I actually didn't do that all that bad. But I should have made like more of like the tunnels kind of smaller, because some of these tunnels that I made were definitely a little bit way too big. I kind of like how I did the entrance design there. Obviously that entrance design there is not like really entrance would be in Space Mountain. That's obviously like my design here, and like you're probably like, what the heck is this thing here? It's this thing that like teleports you over to like the next part of Space Mountain here, because apparently I had to go and is that the one in Georgia? No, this is in Florida. Disney World, Florida. I mean, there's a park called Six Flags Over Georgia in Georgia, but I've never been there though. The only Six Flags Over Georgia coaster I made was the Cyclone. So yeah, like this is like an okay design. Like it's like a much bigger version than what like it should be. Like it definitely doesn't fit like the Space Mountain structure there. But I have like all these like teleporting portal stuff with that. I had to make another freaking teleporting portal again because probably would have interfered with Millennium Force, so I didn't want to do that. And the kind of cool thing was though is that like I still wanted to make sure like it seemed like there was still some station design in there. So literally no joke, that station design in here. Little fun fact. It's literally, I have two of the same exact station design, and like one over here, and then if we go over here, like there's like two separate like station designs here. Like there's one like all the way like over in a different location. Oh yeah, this is like where the big building is. But yeah, so like there's like one of like the station designs, which is like all the way over here. And then there's another station design, like exact same station design over here. So I made like the same exact station design 2 times. But as you can see, if I would have kept continuing making the ride here, then it would have like interfered with like Valraven, Rougarou, and maybe I probably would not have interfered with Millennium Force, but it definitely would have interfered with like these coasters here though. So we didn't want that. So I moved it all the way over here and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why there's like teleporting bleh. Why there's teleporting portals there for Space Mountain. Let me go to creative, hold up. I'm gonna drop down and then go into spectator. Go back in there. And apparently I put a tree in the middle of this thing in here. Ay. What is wrong with me? That was when I was like massively working on getting out like the tree detail all around the ride and stuff like that. But yeah, I tried my best like to recreate out of the station like stuff like that. And I didn't do that bad of a job for like making like a much bigger scale. Definitely not the greatest, but I still did a decent job though of like all the footage and stuff like that that I had though. I was pretty proud of it. Actually, it's like a pretty nice accurate recreation of what the waiting line looks like in real life. Not too shabby. And obviously this is the Space Mountain in Disney World, not Disneyland. I already stated that. So I'm only gonna go on one of the sides, and what else is kind of complicated is that the redstone here obviously it looks like nothing's like really like working there, but apparently, if I do go to spectator again, if I get rid of one of the redstone things, and I, let's say if I just kind of, let's say if I just break, let me get a redstone dust here. So if I break this redstone dust here, it'll deactivate it'll deactivate the tunnel line. If I put it back in, then it activates again. And if you see here, now it's a shooting light effect like how it does in real life. So yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I definitely want to ride the ride of that shooting effect, of course. Eventually, like the shooting effect keeps going like so rapidly that it eventually like lights up the full thing. But if you reset it though, it looks like that though. And of course, I had that effect for my Space Mountain showing. And then, gosh darn it, I need to move my cart forward. Like usually, like you're able to move your carts over like unpowered bricks, unpowered rails just fine, but now I can't really do that anymore. There we go. Really cool. I love that shooting effect so much. Really cool. And sadly, over time, this ride has gotten light glitches in it, which really sucks. But some parts of it don't have the light glitches, but there's some light glitches in some part that I can't fix, which is really annoying, but oh well, what you gonna do? So, yeah. I don't really know how I was able like to figure like so obviously I wasn't able like to design like the supports like really how they are stuff like that, but I tried designing like this like the middle area as best as I possibly could. Like this is when I was like not too good at my coaster building skills, so this is not like the best recreation of it ever. I probably could do a lot better like nowadays, but I still find this to be decent though. I'm not gonna change my Space Mountain build whatsoever just because it's a classic. Oh, Skull Mountain. Skull Mountain's in the Great Adventure. That's what you're talking about. I haven't made that one yet. No. Red slowing down part there, and then you break off the ride here. Slows you down immediately, and apparently my cart doesn't want to move. So just walk for the rest of the ride, and boom. There you go. That's how it kind of ends up. They have another teleporting portal that leads you over to like the exit here. which finally eventually leads you out into back to where the entrance is. And you can see what the exit design looks like when you go for like when you go for Millennium Force, like you go yeah, so like Millennium Force, you can see what I did like at the inside here. So like Space Mountain design, like it's just like the exit here is just like it goes up a little bit, goes down a little bit. Not sure why there's a block missing here. Yeah. Why are there dirt blocks here instead of grass blocks? Fixing some stuff really quickly, don't mind me. Get rid of that glass block there. But you can see also like this like half of it kind of like goes into like the floor, and the other half of it kind of like stays on the ground and stuff. Man, I really had a lot of like different like grass destroyed here and stuff. Interesting. Not sure why there's so much. That's a little annoying, ain't it? But you can see like it's just like this little like rooftop kind of like overview stuff like that, and it's just like in this like big like huge structure stuff like that covering it up. First part of the ride, yep, it goes into just fine, but then like eventually it gets all the way over here, and I gotta do those teleporting things and make it go out of the structure. Probably should have made it like more like not as obvious. Like you would obviously know like the structure behind it is like what the structure that kind of goes out of. I probably definitely should not have made it like as obvious, but obviously I did make it obvious because probably like I should have like teleported you to like a much farther away location, so it didn't really like, feel like you're like, so it kind of felt like you're still in the structure a little bit. Or it's like not like as obvious that obviously you got moved to like out of the structure or something, but I decided not to do that because I was a little lazy. I just wanted to make sure like the extra buildings around the ride weren't too far away from it. So yeah, but this is like this is like the only Disney roller coaster I've fully made so far. Like I said, it definitely could have been a lot better, but it's the best that I could do with like my coaster building skills at the time. Definitely, I think most of the dirt is fixed. I probably did miss some, but that's all the ones that I see. But yeah, as you can see, Millennium Forest goes like right in between here, a little annoying, and also goes right under like the exit here and goes even like kind of like it even interferes with part of the structure. Like I have like this little glass thing kind of going out for like the last curve around from Millennium Forest. So I really do have to edit Millennium Forest. I don't really like Millennium Forest building this that much. And it's like always been one of my old favorite coasters. Like I gotta make sure like one of my old favorite coasters looks good. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling on. I'm going a little 5 minutes over my stream time right now, but hey, it definitely was worth it to show off like the original coaster in this world, Space Mountain. So yeah, that is you guys suggesting some coasters, and I go show off to you and talking to you about it. This was really fun. I always love talking about my coasters and showing off to you guys, and this was a nice fun 2,500 subscriber special. I know we're not there yet, but nice early special. I'm pretty sure once we do our next Pokemon trading stream, we'll definitely get up to that 2.5k, but maybe tomorrow, tomorrow's stream might be a little bit later in the day, though. Might be maybe at 6. I might maybe have a stream tomorrow. Maybe like a Star Wars stream or something. Possibly just finishing up Lego Star Wars, a complete saga. Because I have like this like cool drive-by thing I need to do, like with this good friend of mine. Like I'm pretty sure you know him like as Paul. Like he was in my new Super Mario Bros. Wii playthrough that I did with him. And he's a fun guy to hang around with, and he's hilarious, and he likes dying a lot in the game and stuff, and he's a good good friend to hang out with. And he's doing like this cool thing, like he wanted to have a graduation party. Obviously you can't bring people over and stuff like that, but we're doing like this cool drive-by thing by his house and around like 4ish. So yeah, we're gonna so that's why I can't really do a stream at like 4, like what show I want to do, but I'm doing it to support my friend though. But there will be a church video coming out tomorrow, though, or maybe later today for some people, and also be a crazy weather of the world video coming out soon as well. Since I got some good I got a good video in the daytime that was a really rainy night, like this really cool night video, like this really bad storm that kind of like came through, like lightning, so much flashes of lightning, crazy sounding thunder, pouring down like rain. It's a little hard to see because it's at night and I'm recording on my phone, but still it's really cool. So I'll be working on that too as well off camera. Hopefully I can get that out by like hopefully Sunday, but we'll see. Alright, also make sure to go check out my Christian Coaster POE if you haven't already yet. It'd be very appreciated. I worked on that for about 2 to 3 hours, and if you could go leave a like on the video, and also if you're new here, make sure to go and subscribe. It'd be very appreciated. More members of the Ouija Striker army is always amazing, and you'll definitely have, I don't know, hopefully maybe you'll be interested in the content, stuff like that, and hopefully definitely you'll have a great time on the channel, stuff like that, and I hope I don't disappoint you or anything like that. I really hope not. But anyways, guys, yep, I'll be working on Bad Luck Stunt Coaster 2 hopefully very soon once so I think probably what I'm going to work on Bad Luck Stunt Coaster is probably once, the finals week is over with, and then, like, at the beginning of summer, I will do, obviously, a special Pokemon, my summer break, I'll definitely do a special Pokemon Tradition, but then after that, I'm probably going to be fully blowing, for the next couple of weeks. I mean, like, for the first, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 weeks or so, I'll be full blown and working on the rest of the Kings Island coasters I need to work on, not really caring about anything else. I'm also hanging out with my friends every now and then and stuff like that, but I really want to get the last Kings Island coasters done for you, so I can, like, mainly spend most of my summer break, working on, revamping coasters, 'cause that's what I was really planning to do, and I was hoping maybe, like, for, like, these weeks stuff like that, I could get rest of the Kings Island coasters done, but obviously that's not the case, but I don't really mind too much. So definitely, like, summer break, you have a lot more time to really, like, to do stuff and stuff like that, and I can spend, like, a whole days, like, working on the coasters and stuff like that, and that's a lot of time to really work on the coasters, so be really good. And hopefully I'll get these coasters done pretty quickly. If not, then you have to wait for time and patience to get these coasters done, because some of these coasters, these last coasters, stuff like that, and revamping coasters are not the easiest thing in the world, because, you know, I want to make sure the coasters are the highest quality for you guys, and making sure the highest quality takes a lot of time and work, so I hope you guys really appreciate all the hard work that I do for you guys, and getting, like, these good coasters up and stuff, so anyways, I'm rambling on at this point, so I'm going 10 minutes over my stream time. Not much over my stream time. It wasn't as bad as my freaking trading stream that I did, where I went on like an hour and 10 minutes over my stream time. Ugh, I hate doing that. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next awesome Pokemon. Actually, why am I saying Pokemon? I'll be seeing you guys in the next awesome Minecraft Coaster videos. I'm kind on my channel, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye bye. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Bye bye. I'll see you all next time. And our 2,500 subscribers special for Pokemon, and some also a little few content here and there and stuff like that. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Bye.